ดีครับสวัสดีครับ bro are you bro น่าเสียใจมากเลย bro you know bro bro รู้ไหมมันต้องลบเกมโหลดใหม่แล้วนะ bro bro รู้ไหมโอ้ยเหนื่อย หนูเล่าให้ฟังหนูต้องลบเกมแล้วลบใหม่หนูต้องลบเกมลบโฮโยเวิร์ดลงใหม่เราแรกลงโฮโยเวิร์ดใหม่ไม่ได้ลงเกนชินใหม่แล้วเข้าจากเกนชินได้แล้วหนูก็ไม่กล้าปิดเกมเลยเขาวเนี้ย หนูไม่กล้าปิดเกมเลยก็นี่แหละเลยเป็นอีกหนึ่งสาเหตุที่มาสายจริงๆหนูทัน5 โมงนะเว้ยหนูทัน5 โมงถ้าหนูแบบอัพเกมได้ปกติแต่มันไม่ใช่ไงพอหนูแบบอัพเกมไม่ได้ตามปกติปุ๊บปิวเลยคราวนี้5 โมงก็ไม่ทันแล้วแบบโอเคมันโหลดนานใช่ไหมหนูต้องโหลดใหม่ทั้งเกมหนูก็เลยแบบว่างั้นหนูก็เลยไปกินข้าวอะไรใช่ไหมแล้วพอเกมมันโหลดเสร็จมันก็2 ทุ่มกว่าแล้วหนูก็ตอนระหว่างหนูนั่งรอหนูก็ทำงานไปด้วยอะไรอย่างงี้ใช่ไหมนั่นแหละเลยได้มาเกือบเวลาเท่าเดิม4 ทุ่มหนูเสียใจมากวันนี้หนูได้นอนเที่ยงคืนตี 1ไหมเนี่ยจากทั้งวันที่หนูสามารถเล่นเกมได้หนูเสียใจมากหนูเสียใจหนู broke เวอร์แล้วก่อนที่เราจะไปทำอาร์คอนเควสก่อนที่เราจะทำอะไรทุกอย่างเลยเนี่ยเดี๋ยวเราจะไอ้นี่ก่อนก็คือกด S Coffee สวัสดีคุณจิมมี่กับคุณการดิบด้วยนะครับลาก่อนวันหยุดใช่ไหมอะไรNight Soul Transformation อันนี้เราทำเป็นอยู่แล้วไม่ใช่เหรออันนี้ตีให้อีฟ้านะเผื่อใครแบบทำไมรูบี้ตีตัวนี้หนูเคลียร์ไอ้นี่ให้หนูเคลียร์เลซินเพราะมันเหลืออีกอันนึงมันจะเต็มใช่ไหมล่ะหนูเคลียร์เลซินให้อีฟ้าเฉยๆไม่มีอะไรนะใครที่เล่นอาร์คอนเควสแล้วคืบไว้นะหุยสวยสวยอยากได้วะเอาปีสวยมากอยากได้เลยเคลียร์ประจำวันเกนชินหนูเป็นคนไม่ชอบเห็นจุดแดงๆ 0008สวัสดีครับสวัสดีค่ะสวัสดีค่ะสวัสดีค่ะหนูเป็นคนที่ไม่ชอบเห็นจุดแดงๆเนี่ย เห็นแล้วมันแบบเอ๊ะมัน something อ่ะอันนี้ guide story quest commission random วัว random ดีกว่ามันเยอะดิเนาะเดี๋ยวจะเป็น station นายาแล้วว่า oh my god เอ๊ะเหมือนกันไล่กดหมดจริงสวัสดีครับลุยสวัสดีครับมาทันอ๋อ Exila transmitter check for players visual เจ้าโอ้ฮะมันเอาไว้ทำอะไรอ่ะเมื่องงเลยใส่ของดีกว่าอันนี้ของใครอะไรเยอะสุดเป็นของฟาทุยหรือว่าของเทเชอร์โฮเดอร์เหมือนจะไปน็อตใครปีหนึ่งแล้วแพทพิเศษฮะอะไรนะเราจะไปน็อตใครเหรอ150 หาร 2มันเท่าไหร่วะหนูคิดเลขไม่ได้150 หาร 2เท่าไหร่อ่ะมิเรียมสวัสดีจ้า75ขอบคุณครับคุณจิมมี่บอกมาว่าคุณจิมมี่ไม่ได้จิ้มคือเลขใช่ปะเอาเกมดิ้งจงบอกข้ามาว่าเจ้าไม่ได้จิ้มคือเลขใช่ไหมก็อย่ามายืนตรงนี้ดิวะ NPC ตัวนี้นี่หาร 2เองลูกผมก็ตอบได้อ่ะจิมมี่8,738หาร 2ห้ามจิ้มมือเลขด่วนให้เวลาติ๊ก58ให้1 นาทีเลยเว้ยเท่าไหร่นะหนูก็ลืมแล้วเหมือนกันไหนลองสิเบลลิวคอนชิบหายแล้วกูได้เก็บไหมเนาะนี่ทุกคนดูนี่นะหนูไปเห็นมาในรีวเดี๋ยวนี้เกนชินมันฟรีกี้เนาะดูดิวันเจ้าสวัสดีค่ะเดี๋ยวนี้เกนชินมันทำอย่างนี้เนาะดูมันให้เอสคอฟฟี่ใส่เหมือนมันรู้ว่าคนจะส่องใต้กระโปรงแน่ๆบุกมากเหมือนมันรู้ว่ามีคนส่องใต้กระโปรงแน่ๆมันทำอย่างเงี้ยบันไลเวอร์อะไรคือเข้ามาปุ๊บคือพี่ส่องกางเกงในตัวละครพี่แค่ทำให้ดูว่ารู้หรือเปล่าว่าเอสคอฟฟี่มันใส่แบบนี้ตายแล้วมันเป็นเพชรซะด้วยโอ้โหคันไหมเนี่ยเทียมไหมวะยูนิฟอร์มเชฟปกตินะยูนิฟอร์มเชฟแม่งสั้นขนาดนี้เหรอวะ ยูนิฟอร์มเชฟเอาอีกแล้วเกนชินผู้ชอบเปิดหลังอะเกนชินผู้ชอบตัวละครเปิดหลังอะโอ้โหดูมุมนี้ดิมึงเซ็กซี่ไปไหนอะ
An important part of cooking is making sure the ingredients absorb the flavors in the dish. To that end, a chef must be able to wield a knife with the same level of precision as a surgeon. Practice makes perfect.
โหด้านข้างแบบเซ็กซี่เวอร์เดี๋ยวอยากเดี๋ยวนะไม่ได้เหรอโอ้
Witness the power of KEVARA. Time to act.
Providing cover fire. Let's keep going.
Commencing cleanup. Getting gear. Frost is coming. Prepare. Frost is coming.
Adaptive frosting. Spirits on the loose.
เอสโคปิโอมันบัฟอะไรบ้างวะเนี่ย
Now's our chance. Engaging.
Dead reckoning. Prepare. Frost is coming. Getting gear.
อะไรวะคุณนายจีสวัสดีครับ
Witness the power of KEVARA.
บัฟอะไรบ้างวะในนี้ไม่ได้มั้งไปกาชาละเดี๋ยวลองเราต้องเก็บเพชรก่อนสิมันได้ตั้ง20เพชรเลยนะเก็บเพชรก่อนเราจะไม่เติมเงินไม่มีเงินหมดแล้ว เอ้ยทำไมเกมเด้งบ่อยจังอะทำไมเกมเด้งบ่อยจัง What the hell โยไฮเกมเด้งบ่อยมากแล้วทำไมตัวหนูมันเหลือแค่เนี้ยเอาขึ้นมาลดเบสไฮโดรไคโรฮิโอดาเมจนี่เก่งกว่าดีค่ะอีฟ้าแล้วสกิล E เป็นลูกคาคู่อันยังกดไม่ได้ฮะ
Mind the wind.
แล้วดูปีกคาคู่ดิ
Your fate.
Tell me what you see. Free. Let's go. Come here, you little rascal.
อีฟ้าเป็น DPS ลมเหรอ
Midnight Phantasmagoria.
Witness the power of KEVARA. Know my soul.
เป็น DPS ธาตุเป็น DPS 4 ดาวเหรอถ้ามันเล่นอย่างนี้มันจะเป็น DPS ได้ดิถูกปะถ้าหนูนี่นะ
Frost Not too far now. Farewell. Go. You're free now.
Rain cutter. Rain outlines her fate. Swirl, Mark 2. Stand clear. Animal test 63. Wings of darkness. Come, sever night from day. I summon thee.
Be free. Time to say hello.
Let me read you a verse.
Midnight Phantasmagoria.
Animal hypostasis emulation. Absorption test.
Tell me what you see.
Witness the power of KEVARA. Rain outlines her. Wings of darkness. Come, sever night.
Not too far now.
Animal test 6308. Absorption test. Enhanced animal module 75.
เดอคือเป็นฮิวด้วยนะอ๋อมันยังกดไม่ได้ฮะเอ็ดคอปเล่นกันเป็นโฟรเซนเหรอเอ็ดคอปเล่นกับทีมโฟรเซนได้อย่างเดียวเหรอ
The night is cold.
แอบแซดนะ
You're toast.
มันก็เหมือนเชฟรูทกับ
Show begins.
ก็จะแอบเหมือนเชฟรูทกับนีโรที่แบบว่ามันมีข้อยกเว้นในการเล่น
Nice and sweet.
Don't get frostbite. You are not welcome here.
You are not welcome เนี่ยมึงกันเลย not welcome
Shine for me. The night is. Eat this.
Freeze.
เอาแหละพร้อมยังเอ้ยยังไม่ได้ทำคอมมิชชั่นเลย เราจะพลาดเพชรเลยเหรอวะเพชรประจำของเราได้ยังไงครับแม่งเข้าใจบางคนเห็นแล้วแบบมึงครับทำไมวันนี้ต้องไอ้เป็นขอเหอะพอดีมันขี้เกียจอะ
Add Astra.
มา
Thank you for completing.
เอาเพชรเพื่อไปสุ่มกาชาสุ่มตรงไหนดีอะสุ่มฟอนเทนไหมฟอนเทนโฮเทลเดอะบัวไหมสุ่มโฮเทลเดอะบัวมั้งส่งบัฟกระชาให้แล้วไหนวะอ๋อขอบคุณกันดีไม่ต่อ29 บาทบัฟลักโบรสรุปออกอีฟ้าอย่างเดียวไม่ออกเอสกอฟขอบคุณครับขอบคุณ29 บาทครับผมแม่ค่ะสวัสดีครับเรียกว่าเล่นทีมฟีสคุ้มสุดแต่ทีมอื่นก็ใช้ก็ไม่แย่อ๋อเหรอโอเคมาสุ่มตรงกลางโฮเทลเดอะบรอนนี่แหละเอาเชฟรูทสุ่ม
Final warning.
โอเคมาได้1 ทองแน่ๆแต่ได้ไหมอ่ะน่าจะไม่มีเลยปะหายมาเลต้าสวัสดีค่ะงั้นกาชาหรือยังค่ะกำลังจะกาชาครับผมมา 10 20อุ้ยได้30ว้าวกูว่าแล้วไอ้เหี้ย
Hey there, I'm Aimfa, a Sorrow vet from the Flower Feather Clan. You've probably heard some things about me already, but it's all good. Whatever impression you have of me, I say let's wipe the slate clean and just get to know each other. Oh yeah, then there's this little dude. That's Kakuku, my assistant. Sorrow vet in a different sense of the word, I guess. I hope the two of you will get along.
Nice to meet you, bro.
Nice to meet you too, bro แล้วทำไมปีกคาคูคู่มันใหญ่อย่างนั้นนะวายปีกคาคูคู่มันใหญ่จังวะได้โมนะไม่เป็นไรเฮ้ยแต่มันมาเร็วไงประเด็นคือมันมาเร็วอย่างน้อยหลุดเลทกูก็หลุดไวอย่างน้อยหลุดเลทหนูก็หลุดไวอ่ะมันก็ดีกว่าไปหลุดช้าปะเอาต่อดีไหมอ่ะมันเหลือตั้ง80อ่ะไม่ได้เหลือแค่80ด้วยนะเอาอีกดิปะตู้ต่อไปเป็นใครนะถามแชทนะตู้ต่อไปเป็นใครอ่ะหลังเอสคอปเป็นใครคินิชปะคินิชกับใครปะใครอ่ะไลเดนคานิชกับไลเดนเหรอMP Bigger ดีครับคานิชกับไลเดนใช่ไหมไม่มันข้ามได้ไงตู้เนี้ยตู้นั้นข้ามได้เอสคอปถามว่าหนูจำเป็นไหมหนูไม่จำเป็นขนาดนั้นเลยแต่แค่เหมือนแบบอยากได้ไว้เฉยๆอะเอาดีปะวะเพราะถ้าเอสคอปไม่เอาข้ามเอสคอปเกี่ยวกับการันตีไว้กดทองถัดไปแต่ก็แอบอยากได้เหมือนเดิมเพราะว่าอยากมีตัวละครทุกตัวเอาก็ได้ว่าสุ่ม40 โอ้ขอบคุณครับ20รวม50 30 60โหคุ้มจัด40 70ว้ายอีฟ้าออกรัวมาก50 80 60 90หูคุ้มจัด70 100เรียบร้อยออกเร็วไม่เจ็บตัวมากถือว่าเป็นเรื่องดีพลังรีเวอร์จริงดูซาบูบ้านั่นแล้วติดดู
Well met. I am Escoffier, Patissiere Supreme and Master of Precision Gastronomy. As an esteemed guest of the Divine, You deserve the finest cuisine Tibet has to offer. I hope my work is to your satisfaction. If you have an interest in the culinary arts, allow me to introduce you to the wonderful world of haute cuisine. I just hope you're mentally prepared for the undertaking. I don't tolerate a quitter.
Damn โยจิริตโอเคเรียบร้อยค่ะทุกคน เอาจริงๆว่าหนูว่าไม่แย่ เป็นการสุ่มกาชาที่หนูว่าไม่แย่เลย ถือว่ามันดีด้วยซ้ำสุ่มกาชารอบนี้หนูว่ามันเฟรนลี่มาก เอาจริงๆนะหนูว่ามันโคตรจะเฟรนลี่อะเอาจริงๆอะไม่แย่เลยเอาจริงมาแล้วอีฟน่ารัก
Hey, get out! Cuckoo!
กะกูพออีฟ้าสินะฮะเราได้สีอีฟ้ามาอย่างเยอะอะคือคุ้มสีอีฟ้ามากแล้วอีฟ้ามันใช้อะไรอะที่ว่ากาชาดีโออีฟ้าใส่อะไรดีวะโหต้องคิดเลยอะแคทเทอลิสไม่ค่อยมีอะเอสคอร์เฮียก็ไม่รู้เหมือนกันแวลูคอนไม่พอแล้วมันคือตัวอะไรวะเดี๋ยวนะเรามีแมปใหม่เหรอโอ้ไม่ใช่แมปใหม่แต่เป็นพื้นที่ใหม่ตรงนู้นใช้อะไรไปดีอะมูลานี่ไม่น่าถึงต้องฟูลีน่าว่ะเดี๋ยวอัพคอนเซเลชันก่อนโมนา46เรียบร้อยโมนา46เลล่า46สิงร่างน้องไปได้ไหมต้องตามหาตัวมันก่อนดิแต่ขออัพอีฟ้าแล้วคืออาร์คอนเควสอะ2 ชั่วโมงคือไม่รีบเล่นด้วยนะประเด็นมีตรงนี้คือยังไม่รีบเล่นอีกซอเลียนคลอไม่พอ
cool.
มาเท่านี้ก่อนมันมีคนถืออาร์ติแฟกต์อีฟ้าอยู่แล้วคนหนึ่งมันมีคนถืออยู่คนหนึ่งอะใครวะเฟอร์มิเนตเนี่ยเฟอร์มิเนตนี่โอเคคุณดีซีแล้วสวัสดีครับมันอยู่ตรงนั้นแหละผมไปมาแล้วเอาเหรอไหนอะ
We'll take it from here. Faster, stronger.
ไหนอะ
Rev the engines.
ไหนอะคุณจิบี้
Why me? Gotta steer clear of other people.
คุณจิบี้หลอกหนู
Controlled breathing.
คุณจิบี้หลอกหนู
Why me?
ทำไมคุณจิบี้เป็นคนโกหกกูก็ว่าอยู่ไม่มีจะมีได้ยังไงก่อนเนี่ยไม่มีคุณจิบี้หลอกหนูคุณจิบี้โกหกหนูคุณจิบี้เป็นคนไม่ดีแย่ที่สุดคุณโชกี้สวัสดีครับขึ้นจากเกาะใหญ่สิไม่หนูวิ่งไปก็ได้ I will run I will run จะวิ่งไปสู่ปลายขอบฟ้าจะวิ่งไปสู่ฝันที่อันไกลแสนไกลจะวิ่งกูจะวิ่งไปทำไมวิ่งไปเปิดวาร์ปอันไกลแสนไกลด้วยความฝันที่ยังมีใจอยู่อ๋อฮ่าฮ่าอ๋อด้วยความฝันที่ยังจริงใจและเป็นจริงเราจะวิ่งไปแล้วดูมันบินตามตลกอะจะถึงแล้วฟูลีน่าวิ่งวิ่งลูกวิ่งคุณเป็นสวัสดีครับโอ้เยอะเลยนะครับคุณจะนอนไปดูสตรีมอื่นค่ะ ถ้าลองตีมันครั้งหนึ่งได้ปะ
Shower me with praise.
ทั้งเกาะมีแค่มันเลยปะลองทำอาหารสูตรเดสคอฟเฟียดูสักอย่างไหมอ๋อแป๊บนึงนะคือทั้งเกาะนี้มีแค่มันเลยเหรอจริงปะไหนลองสิโอเคเป็น automatic overseer device use cryo attack โอ้โหโอเค
Show no mercy. Keep lolling. Keep papa. Teamwork is dreamwork.
เออเออเออเออแต่ว่าอาคิโน่น่าจะแรงไปหนูว่าอาราคิโน่น่าจะแรงไปหน่อยน่ะหนูว่าอาราคิโน่แรงไปนิดนึง หรือว่าอาราคิโน่อาจจะไม่ถูกต้อง อาราคิโน่อาจจะแรงไปนิดนึงสำหรับเควสนี้งั้นเราเปลี่ยนทีมดีกว่าเนาะ รอเอาทีมอะไรไปเล่นโอ้ยถอดไอ้แบบไอแมทแล้วเอาทีมอะไรไปเล่นในเควสของมอนสเตดดีทุกคนเอาใครไปเล่นในมอนสเตดดีนะทีมอะไรดีบอสเควสมันบังคับฟรีซนะมันให้ยืมตัวอะไรจริงๆหนูอยากลองอายากะเอสคอฟเยอะมากแต่ว่าหนูไม่ได้ปั้นเอสคอฟมาไม่มีให้ยืมหรอไม่งั้นก็ต้องพลีชีพตัวหนึ่งคืออะไรวะแต่ถ้าเราแรงพอมันก็ไม่เป็นไรปะหนูอยากแบบ have a challenge นิดนึงก็เอาตัวที่ไม่ค่อยเก่งไปตีอะอายากะหนูแหละไม่ค่อยเก่งเอาจริงไม่มีให้ยืมมันมีท่าบังคับท่าบังคับแต่ทำไม่ฟรีซน่าสนใจ อย่าบอกว่าบอสคือนี่นะเฮ้ยหนูแอบสงสัยแล้ววะงั้นหนูเอาตี้ยาลาคิโนไปนี่แหละเพราะว่ามี2ตัวนี้มันฟรีได้หนูเริ่มสงสัยแล้ววะสรุปตีตายก่อนแม่งไม่ได้ฟีดเริ่มสงสัยปะเราไปอาคอนเควสกันดีกว่าQuiet Place อะคอนเควสที่ไม่มีเสียงพากย์ไม่เป็นไรนะเดี๋ยวหนูพูดเอง คือคิดว่านานแหละคิดมาในใจแล้วว่าตอนแรกจะเปลี่ยนเป็นภาษาญี่ปุ่นแต่อย่างน้อยอะเป็นภาษาอังกฤษอะเราก็ยังได้ยินเสียงไพมอนไงอย่างน้อยภาษาอังกฤษอะเราก็ได้ยินไพมอนขอแค่ไพมอนตัวเดียวก็ได้ขอแค่นี้ก็ได้เพราะว่าแบบคิดว่าถ้าเป็นภาษาญี่ปุ่นอะแต่คัดซีนแอบเสียดายคัดซีนฮะไม่มีจิมทิมมี่เหรอทิมมี่อะร้องเพลงให้เป็นตีด้วยได้ฮะทิมมี่อะอ๋อมาตอนกลางคืนน้องนอนแล้วว่ะตื่นเต้นพรุ่งนี้ลางานนะคะรอลินมึงนี่มันวินบูมปีแรกนี่มันวินบูมปีแรกจำได้นะเว้ย
Festival season means no commissions, which means no Mora. But Catherine's always looking out for us, so we should still drop by.
ได้ยินเสียงโอเคไหมคะจะเย็นหนูควรเอาน้ำเพิ่มไหมนี่
Greetings, traveler. Paimon.
คือรู้อะไรปะถ้าแคทเธอรีนมีเสียงอะแปลว่าอายากะมีเสียงเลยเราจำไว้แค่นี้แคทเธอรีนคนภาคแคทเธอรีนหรือคนภาคอายากะคือคนเดียวกันแล้วหนูกำลังคิดว่าหนูต้องเอาน้ำเพิ่มเพราะว่าหนูจะต้องภาคตัวละครเยอะมากมหาศาลใบป่วงและคุณ09สวัสดีครับหนูจะไปเอาน้ำเพิ่มนะคะทุกคนหนูขอไปเอาน้ำเพิ่มก่อนที่จะคอแตกลดเสียงเกมได้อีกนิดนึงโอเคประมาณนี้หนูขอเอาน้ำเพิ่มแป๊บโอเคมาแล้วก่อนจะเข้าเกมหนูกินอาหารเสริมแป๊บอาหารเสริมเป็นอะไรที่ดีมากต่อผิวเราควรดูแลตัวเองตั้งแต่วัยประมาณนี้ โอเคพวกคุณพร้อมหรือไม่ยาดมผมพร้อมละมาเกนชินคอนเควสที่ไม่มีเสียงภาคพร้อม
Hey, Catherine! Still doing the whole no commissions during Windbloom thing?
In general, yes. The people of Mondstadt don't delegate their work to others this time of year. But
But...
feel free to take a look around. I think you'll pick up on something unusual.
พร้อม
Take a look around, huh?
ไม่มีคน
It's finally Windbloom. And here I am ruining everything.
You're a bit tired. No big deal. Give it some time. How about doing something fun tonight? We could take a stroll or go stargazing.
Stargazing? Like we'll find a spot. You know people start reserving places on Star Snatch Cliff the moment the sun goes down. Sorry, I'm just not in the mood. I should go. Whoa! Something's off with Beatrice. She would never give up a chance to talk to Quinn. This is weird.
Oh, you're leaving? I can walk you home.
No, it's okay. Thank you. I just need some time to myself. Besides, there's still something I need to do. The truth is, Quinn, not long ago,
What is it? Is there something wrong?
Never mind. It's nothing. Actually, Quinn, I think we should stop seeing each other for now.
Huh? Wait, are you saying we can't be friends anymore? I thought we were best friends.
Did you see that? Beatrice ran off without looking back. Oh, we go adventuring in other nations for a bit, and one of Mondstadt's best friendship stories is already over? So, is this what you meant by unusual, Catherine?
This is just one example. Beatrice has been feeling down for days. But that's not all.
Oh, it's the honorary knight in Paimon.
Is something wrong? You don't look so good.
I know a knight should be stronger than this. But I haven't been feeling right lately. I just can't focus. I started sleepwalking out of nowhere. Sometimes I'd even wake up in the middle of the night standing in a random location outside.
เลไลน์มอนสเตดมีปัญหาหรือเปล่า
You should see a doctor.
I did, but all the tests came back normal. The doctor said I'm fine. Yeah, I even consulted Miss Barbara at the church, but her conclusion was the same. In any case, she was kind enough to pray to Lord Barbados for me to get better. Is it because I saw something I wasn't meant to see? Sorry, this is for me to figure out. It is Windbloom after all. Anyway, I have patrol to finish. Until next time, you two.
เลไลน์มอนสเตดเหรอ What happened
Is it something in the air, maybe?
อย่าบอกว่านางไม่สนใจดีลูกแล้วนะ อย่าบอกนะ
It appears Miss Donna is also out of sorts.
No more ดีลูก
Where can I find a truly fascinating man?
ไม่เอาดีลูกแล้วเหรอ
Wait, but Donna is the one who has a huge crush on D-Luke, right?
ใช่ไหม
That's what I thought too. But she seems to have changed her mind.
What happened girl Oh shit ได้เวลาพัก
Is that Captain Kaya? Huh. Now that I look at him, he's exactly my type. How come I never felt this way before?
I'm flattered, Miss Donna. Although I do wonder whether that was intended for outer-side ears.
Oh, no. Of course not. I'm sorry, Captain. Just pretend I didn't say anything. And, have a happy Windbloom.
tended to, my dear. But first, a question. If you don't mind, why the sudden change of heart? I was under the impression Master Diluc was the object of your affection.
Good question, Kaya.
So you knew about that? Well, Master Diluc came into the city not too long ago, but when I saw him, it was like the butterflies just weren't there anymore.
ทำไมทายถูก ก็มันเหมือนแนทแลนด์ไง ถูกปะ มันเหมือนแนทแลนด์ อ๋อ ไม่ อันนี้ใช่ไหม อ๋อ ขอโทษ ก็มันน่าจะมีอะไรที่แปลกไปละสำหรับคนนี้ก็มีแต่แมง
If I
ดีลูก
had
เนี่
to
ย
compare it to something, it would be like waking up and realizing you're married to a man you don't love.
ว้าว
But then I saw you. And it wasn't that something was different about you. I can't really explain it. It was just...
แล้วคายาไม่เป็นไรเพราะคายาไม่ได้มาจากมอนสเตตตูม I understand and I'm flattered I was able to bring back the butterflies but I do need to do some business so I'll take my leave.
Oh, here
Thought-
he comes.
Sorry.
Well, surprised to see us?
Not at all. You are the exact two people I've been trying to find. So, Traveler Paimon, how have you been? The answer to that requires a private conversation. Catherine, do you mind?
Not at all. Have fun, you three.
So, you said you were looking for us.
Yes, Jean sent me to find you when she heard you were back in Mondstadt, but let's discuss the finer details back at headquarters. แล้วคือกูต้องพากทุกคนพาราโลจิซึมพาราโซเชียลกูปวดหัวกูต้องขอพาราด่วน
I'd be grateful if you could keep an eye on things during the festival.
Oh, Beatrice. What's going on with her?
Should I turn my attention to Captain Kaya?
เว็บสวัสดีค่ะ
But it's not like Master Diluc did anything wrong.
อันนั้นพาราสเตล หนูต้องการพาราด่วนค่ะ
It's festival season again. I wonder what this year's wind bloom is going to be.
I know. I can't wait to find out.
Lala ไม่มีเสียง เอาทำไมอะจ๊ะเอาทำไมอะไปไหนอะเอา where to me is เชี่ย oh my god เอาแล้วลุงที่ขายไม้ตรงนี้ไปไหนอะปีนกำแพงขึ้นไปเลยโอเคอันนี้มีเสียงพากกีฬา
Kaya, you found them.
ไม่ได้เห็นตั้งนานลูกแม่ Yep I managed to track them down แล้วกูยืนคุยกับแคทเธอรีนอยู่
Good. With what's about to happen, it's great to have you in town.
Whoa, headquarters are packed. What's going on?
Honorary Knight Paimon. Oh, it's an honor to meet you. I believe introductions are in order?
Allowed me. You have known captain of the second company, Skirion, captain of the third company, Eula, captain of the fourth company, and me. Of course, captain of the ninth company.
Whoa, you're all captains?
That's right. Master Jean is waiting for you inside. She'll explain everything.
Skirion?
Jean!
Traveler Paimon, thank you for coming. Ah, yes, that would be the captains. You know a few of them already, but I'm sure there are some new faces. There have been numbers of incidents in Mondstadt. In order to wrap up the case, I gathered all the captains of the Knights of Livonius together to hold a trial.
A trial? But this is Mondstadt, not Fontaine!
I can understand the confusion. You never participated in one of our trials before. In truth, we haven't had to conduct one in quite some time. The Knights of Livonius oversees most matters of the laws and order in Mondstadt. Of course, in the interest of fairness, major cases are tied jointly with the church. Under the guidance of Barbados, the Knights uphold chivalric justice in spirit of our orders, and the church carries blessing and God wills whenever the wind can reach. And today's case requires a joint trial by both parties.
Which means it's a serious one. So, do you need our help?
Hold on. The groups of people we saw in the corridor just now, there's someone missing. Where's Albedo?
Right! He's the captain of the investigation team! But we didn't see him out there!
A keen observation, traveler. That happens to be exactly why I called you here. In the upcoming trials against Captain Albedo, we will do our utmost to understand the facts of this case and deliver a fair and impractical verdict.
Albedo is the one on trial? What did he do?
Jean, it's time. Why? What did you do? My guy! Oh my god. เดี๋ยวนะขอสักรอบได้ปะมึงทำที่ตัดสินให้มันสวยกว่านี้ไม่ได้เหรอวะ งบมึงหมดเหรอ เกิดเรื่องใหญ่แล้ว Please sit wherever you like. I only ask that you remain calm no matter what you hear. I need to head over there. But don't worry, the trial will be fair. Where's Lisa? Where's Lisa? Now that everyone is gathered, let us begin. With Grandmaster Walker away from Mondstadt for the time being, I, Jean. Jean! โอ้โหมานามสกุลด้วย Jean อะไรอย่าง will oversee today's proceeding. Mr. Dahlia เหรอ Mr. Dahlia, Deacon of the Church of Livonius, will serve as assessor. As representative of our respective organization, we will ensure a just verdict in this case.
Oh, that's a new face! Deacon of the church. Does that mean he works with Barbara and Rosaria?
The defendant in today's case is the captain of the investigation team, Albedo. และ Albedo ไม่มีเสียงอะคือเหี้ยมาก Certain aspects of this case are classified as, and it remains uncertain whether the allegation victims are citizens of Mondstadt. As such, the trial is not open to the public. The identities of the victims are still unknown? Strange. If guilt is established in this case, all facts will be made public after the final verdict is delivered. Now, the captain of the logistics company, Miss Hethra, will present the charge. The court appoints Mr. Kaya to speak on Mr. Albedo's behalf. Are both parties ready to proceed? Oh my god. Yes.
Ready to proceed.
Oh, Koi now! Why? Why don't you? Why? Okay, sorry. Miss Hethra, the floor is yours.
Prior to this trial, the Knights of Livonius, in conjunction with the church, launched an investigation into Mr. Albedo for suspected murder, an unlawful disposal of human remains.
What อาเบโดฆ่าคนว้าวใครไม่รู้นะคอยดาวอ่ะคือชื่อของคนภาคอาเบโด
Murder?
A witness stated that 11 days ago, in the middle of the night, she saw the defendant southeast of the city gates, dragging a large object she later identified as a human body.
No. There's no way!
We now call that witness to the stand. Beatrice,
Huh?
please tell us what you saw.
Well, I was out late that night on business. And when I came back, I saw someone in the moonlight that looked like Mr. Albedo. He was dragging a huge bag of some kind.
ร่างโคลนนางหรือเปล่า
I thought it was strange, so I followed him. Then, there was a sudden flash of golden light. The bag opened, and inside there was a body. Mr. Albedo's vision allows him to manipulate the ground with ease. So he buried it, and then removed any traces on the ground. Before he left, it seemed like he looked in my direction. Maybe it was just my imagination, but I was terrified thinking he might kill me too. Luckily, he didn't see me.
I turned to the defendant. Describe your whereabouts that night. I was working in my office on the second floor of the Knights of Livonia's headquarters. That's right. The next day, the defendant submitted his latest environmental report on the Dragonspine region. Considering the length of the text, it must have taken a considerable amount of time to finish.
Can anyone attest to the fact that the defendant was working in his office that night?
Sucrose? No.
Then the length of the report is not a sufficient alibi.
This isn't looking good.
ทำไมเสียงมัน ขอโทษนะ
This isn't looking good.
คือนึกว่าเสียงน้องจะประมาณแบบโตไปฝั่งแบบโตหน่อยเข้มๆอะไรอย่างเงี้ยหรือว่าแบบเบาๆเหมือนอัลเบโดอย่างเงี้ยไม่ใช่ว่ามา ไอ้เหี้ย If the crime did occur as you described, then what about the body? You mentioned the joint investigation. Well, was the body recovered?
Not yet.
In other words, you dug up the location Miss Beatrice described and found nothing. You don't find that suspicious?
I know what I saw. I'm telling the truth, Miss Hertha, I swear. Also, didn't you say that speaking out would help protect the people of Mondstadt? Otherwise, I'd never put myself out here like this.
You're doing the right thing. Besides, the investigation wasn't fruitless. A single man's shoe and a torn piece of fabric were found in the bushes near the crime scene. The same location the witness described. If no crime occurred, then is all this just a coincidence?
And yet no victim has been identified, correct?
It's true. No one has been reported missing. However, Miss Beatrice harbors no ill will toward the defendant. Her testimony clearly points to a crime, and she has no reason to lie.
Yeah, booby. Does the defendant wish to say anything in response? You may believe otherwise, Miss Hertha, but I did not kill a single person. As a knight and the captain of the investigation team, I have a duty to protect Mondstadt and its people. You accuse me of murder, but there's no body or motive. จริง แต่ให้เดามันน่าจะเป็นร่างอัลเบโดอีกร่างหนึ่งหรือเปล่า
The defendant raises an important point. Motive. Yet, I must be frank, not all murders are premeditated. Spontaneous conflict can also have unforeseen consequences. Nevertheless, I don't intend to prosecute this case on circumstantial evidence alone. Which brings me to the second charge against Mr. Albedo.
Second charge?
Please proceed.
7 days ago, at dawn, a witness saw the defendant dispose of the body of an adult male in the area between Dragonspine and Dawn Winery. I now call the second witness to the stand.
Wait, that's...
Huh. Huh. D-Luke? Please tell the court what you saw. D-Luke! At around 3:40 in the morning, I saw Mr. Albedo dispose of a body beneath a cliff. It was dark, but he used a power shield to illuminate his surroundings. From what I could tell, it looked like the body of an adult male, tall and thin, but I couldn't make out the age. He buried the body underneath the cliff and smoothed out the ground and removed any traces.
We now have accounts from 2 separate witnesses that describe the same modus operandi. Would you call that a coincidence?
I would only inquire as to what Mr. D-Luke was doing in that area so early in the morning. Not the most opportune time for a stroll. Is there such a thing? Dawn Winery is my home. It's not unusual for me to take walks in the area. I just happen to be in the right place at the right time. That's all. Master D-Luke is a well-respected figure in Mondstadt. I see no reason for him to frame Mr. Albedo, yet the question remains, where are the bodies?
Before you suggest a lack of evidence, Mr. Kaya, you should know. After the defendant left that morning, the witness found this where the body was buried.
And that is what looks like to be the teeth and femur of a human. Now, it does beg the question, if the burial was fresh, why is this all that remains of the body? But I suppose Mr. Albedo is the only one who can answer that. Careful now, Master D-Luke. I do believe I heard a presumption of guilt in there somewhere.
These remains suggest an accelerated rate of decomposition. Considering the defendant's profession, there's reason to suspect that alchemy is at play here.
เอาจริงๆไหมถ้าอัลเบโดมันเก่งขนาดเนี้ยมันไม่ต้องฝังก็ได้เว้ยอัลเบโดสามารถทำให้ร่างหายไปได้ในพริบตาเลยมันไม่ต้องฝังก็ได้อัลเบโดอ่ะถูกปะ
Both witnesses saw golden light, a known byproduct of alchemy. That's how the defendant destroyed the bodies. The light also explains how the witnesses were able to get a clear view of the events in the dark.
No, that's your angle, alchemy. A logical assessment, but we have a witness of our own. The afternoon before the allegation's second murder, Mr. Albedo has a lengthy intellectual exchange with the student, Sucrose. The two were in the library until the next morning. What did you discuss why did your discussion last so long? Miss Sucrose was presenting the result of her research. She noticed some flaws in the data and insists on reviewing her calculation until the next morning, with Mr. Albedo present. That's right. We were in the library together. That's right. We were in the library together.
You're certain Mr. Albedo was present the whole time?
Yes, and I know Mr. Albedo would never kill someone. He could never be that cruel.
Nevertheless, the other witnesses have no reason to lie. Tell me, Miss Sucrose, that meeting in the library, were you awake the whole time? Sounds like a considerable duration to go without sleep. I do hope you can be truthful with us. It concerns the safety of countless Mondstadt citizens. A crime like this cannot go unpunished.
Nah. คืออาเวโดก็แม่งมันต้องเป็นร่างแยกอาเวโดแน่ๆ I'll take it from here. During our meeting, Sucrose did fall asleep not long after midnight. It's alright, Sucrose. You don't have to lie for me. This is a scarred place of judgment. The truth is paramount. Mr. Albedo. I see. Then I'm afraid your alibi cannot be sustained. Do you understand? Yes, I know. Claiming innocence without proof isn't enough. But the prosecution argument has its own holes. There's been no mention of motives, or what exact method could reduce a human body to those remains.
No conclusive evidence of guilt. But the witness accounts do match to an extent that can't be dismissed. This is a tricky one.
Allow me to submit another piece of evidence. The investigators intercepted one of Mr. Albedo's correspondences. I will now read the pertinent parts to the court.
Correspondence? Oh no, the envelope does look like... The envelope does look like it belongs to Mr. Albedo.
I have never abandoned the subject of human research. In fact, delving deeper into Dragonspine has led me to realize that the concept of life could be further expanded and transformed into that of birth. The mystery of human birth is often linked to death. As such, death is the most suitable material for the creation of new life. To that end, we must engage in a process of putrefaction and refinement.
Putrefaction and refinement?
Is that in reference to an alchemical process?
The letter continues. Experimental trials have been carried out in the northwestern part of Dragonspine, in the area southeast of Mondstadt's main gate. The data is as expected. Just as you endeavored to do, I too shall take up the path of creation, and break through current limitations to reach a new realm of living beings.
I trust the investigator has confirmed this to be the defendant's handwriting, and that the letters makes more than passing mention of putrefaction and refinement.
Correct. Not to mention, the locations indicated in the letter match both crime scenes. What more can we trust than the defendant's own words?
No! It can't be true!
A guilty verdict cannot be delivered without sufficient evidence. In order to protect all parties involved, that is what our principles demand. My original assessment was that we lacked said evidence. But now, it seems the only remaining questions are the identities of the victims, and the specific alchemical process used in this case.
Then we are in agreement. No. The evidence is conclusive. On the charge of murder and unlawful disposal of human remains, the court finds the defendant guilty. The people in attendance appeared shocked. No one can believe a kind and well-mannered person like Albedo can commit a crime. Deans speculate that those unsatisfied with the verdict will have to submit an objection or appeal, but most appear hopeless in this moment. As you watch Albedo being taken back to headquarters, you get a strange feeling that something hidden is about to come to light. It all comes from. I'll come back to the letter, a secret that you and Albedo know all too well, but the people of Mondstadt yet to discover.
Why would Albedo do something like that? Oh, this has to be a nightmare!
Albedo told me his secret once, that he was a synthetic human created through alchemy. Could that have something to do with this case? But what? Following in Reindotta's footsteps just because he's an alchemical creation? That would only make him more suspicious. Oh, Rosaria! Well, this took a turn for the worst.
Rosaria! Oh, when did you get here?
I've been here the whole time. I happen to have a message to pass along. Ross? Yes, you need it at Star Snatch Cliff. He's waiting for you there.
Who is he?
You know, when you get there. Go on now. Time is like the wind. It waits for no one. ดาเลียเหรอวาร์ปให้เลยหรือเปล่าถ้าวาร์ปให้จะขอบคุณมากBegin. You and Paimon went to Dragon by the Aspedo who to conduct research andอ๋อที่เราเป็นตอนที่เอาเบโด2 คนใช่ปะใช่ใช่ใช่ใช่ใช่ใช่ปะเอาเบโด2 คนใช่ปะใช่หนูว่าใช่ใช่แน่ๆต่อจากตอนนั้นใช่แน่ๆมันคือร่างแยกอัลเบโดไอ้เหี้ยมึงทำให้อัลเบโดตัวจริงมึงทำให้อัลเบโดตัวจริงต้องลำบากไอ้ชั่วขอเก็บแป๊บเป็นใหม่แล้วคะอันนี้ใช่อันนี้เพิ่งอัปเดตวันนี้เลยTraveler and Paimon I could hear your arrival upon the wind Were you looking for me มึงอะไรเป็นคนนัดกูมา
You send us that message
No, I did.
โอ้พอยืนข้างกันแล้วน่ารักหน่อย
Whoa, where did you come from? Wait, Venti, do you know this guy? His name is,
Didn't think I was that unmemorable. I'm Dahlia, Deacon of the Church of Favonius and Herald of the Animo Archon Barbados. Not gonna forget next time, right?
So you called here
That's right. I noticed you during the trial. The legendary honorary knight. You seem to have a lot of thoughts on your minds, so I thought we should have a chat. After all, I am the Herald of Barbados. If the people of Mondstadt are in danger, I should keep the Animo Archon in the loop.
Wait then, you know about...
About what? The fact that my tavern-hopping nomad of a friend is Barbados himself?
Don't worry, Dahlia and I are close. He knows everything. Besides, a god needs someone to communicate their will in a formal setting, and no one does that better than Dahlia. คือยังไงก็มีปัญหากับเสียงน้องอยู่ดีวะเฮีย
Not that I saw that coming when we first met. But back to the matter at hand. I believe you two already know about Albedo's background.
So, you know too, Venti? That's surprisingly Archon-like of you.
Well, I knew from the moment Rhine-daughter and Alice brought Albedo to Mondstadt. When those two are in town, no one can afford to slack off. The kings present a perfect specimen of synthetic life. At this stage of the case, there are countless questions surrounding Albedo's motive. His true identity is a potential weakness.
A synthetic being loses control of their sanity and goes on a killing spree. That's how a novel would frame the story, and people are inclined to agree.
Albedo has told us before that humans often value the ordinary over the transcendent and miraculous.
And the slightest difference is perceived as other. A very common phenomenon.
Which means we need to find a way to help your friend. Me? Well, I know that Albedo is a synthetic being and that a lot of strange things has been happening in Mondstadt. Even though Windbloom should be about drinking and having fun.
We noticed that too! The minute we got here, something was off.
I've picked up on most of those too. Miles is out of sorts. Beatrice seems anxious. Although I didn't know Donna stopped being interested in Master Diluc.
In love, when no less remains but a song to tell, the world becomes naught but an empty shell. Cruel is such fate, cruel it may be, were it not for the heroes who could set us all free.
What are you getting at, Tone Deaf Bard?
Oh, just making a comment. There are always unavoidable trials in life. At least that's what Barbados would say. Huh? ก็มึงปะ Are certain someone is going to need to overcome a trial like that. In such cases, even the Seven knows better than to tamper it with fate. If only there was a brave soul willing to aid their friend in this time of need. Should he meet a terrible fate, all of Mondstadt could be worse for it.
If you wanted our help, you could have just asked, you know.
Well, even if Albedo wasn't at the center of this case, protecting Mondstadt is a part of being an honorary knight. You still have help, of course, which is why I prepared a little supply. Behold.
Paimon remembers that Jumpy Dumpty.
Don't worry, I removed the fuse, so it's not going to explode. Say hello to the Dotoko communication device.
So this thing belongs to you
now? We're all pals. Don't think she cared if I borrowed it for a few days. Anyways, this invention, with a little help from a trick of mine, will allow us to keep in touch. Just take it and we can chat. That's all I ask. No matter what comes, you have the wind on your side. คือมาเพื่อช่วยอัลเบโดอย่างเดียวเลยเราอะ
I suppose we're old pals too at this point.
Indeed, your companionship is like the breeze that lingers in the air, warm and familiar.
In all this time, I've never witnessed Lord Barbados approach anything in a serious manner. Perhaps this time, I'm in for something special.
ตูมมอนเสร็จไฟไหม้ค่ะ Barbados? Serious? Haha, you got him too much credit.
Hardly. It's not blind faith, you know. I've always had unwavering belief in the animal archon.
เทพต้องปกป้องประชาชน เวตีช่วยกูด้วย Is that so? I wonder what Barbados think about that. Perhaps you should pray him to him and ask.
Good idea. I'll tell him I still haven't deciphered his drunken musings from our 3 trips to the tavern last month. His wisdom is sure to reveal itself in time.
เป็นตีกลับมาตอนไหนนานแล้ว You know what? Forget about Barbados, Dahlia. Treat me to a drink instead. You wanna refuse me, would you?
A dear friend like you? Never.
ดีไซน์ไม่เหมือนนิสัยเนาะดาเลียเนี่ยแล้วมึงมาคุยสกาย Albedo, I'll save you. Don't worry, Albedo, I'll save your ass. Oh. I know you all must be shocked, but the evidence is solid. Albedo's situation is not looking good.
I still don't believe Albedo would do something like that. Using living people as alchemical test subjects? It's like something out of a novel.
Perhaps it's best for me to remain impartial, but I've worked with Albedo before. He's an alchemist, not a sadist.
This version of events is at hard for me to accept as anyone, but Varka once said Albedo is very different from the rest of us. Perhaps there are some things we still need to learn about him. Let's see what Albedo has to say for himself first. Would you mind giving me a moment, everyone? A private matter requires my attention. Tablet, Paimon, perfect timing. Kaya has a favor to ask you. Like Jean said, oi now. Now. Like Jean said, after the verdict, we have time to submit an appeal, and I will do my utmost to convince Albedo to accept. He's been acting strange, and I can't read him for the life of me. But I need you two to start investigating case. Investigating case? Yes, it's almost time for you to get involved. Do you want us to join an investigation team? No, we would like you to launch an investigation of your own. I'll continue working on his defense. In the meantime, if you find anything it might help in his case, just let me know. I know it's against the spirit of the season to ask you with this, but Albedo is a trusted member of our ranks. We own him to the benefit of a doubt. Understood. I know you'll get to the bottom of this, Tarvala. You never failed us in our need of time. A time of need.
What if the suspicions turn out to be true,
then you will have done Mondstadt a great service of all time. I'm expecting a retrial. Until then, you're welcome to have a look around Albedo's office on the second floor. I'm counting on you. Thank you for agreeing to investigate. We're counting on you. I'll save your ass, Albedo! Albedo, I'll save your ass! Come here! Ooh. อ๋อขึ้นไม่ได้ เฮ้ยอุนิส่งคนอุนิส่งน้ำดำมาว่านี่น้ำดำครับ I'll save your ass, Albedo!
Wait, Captain Kaya! Surely I can't just...
เราได้น้ำดำครับ เล่นเนื้อเรื่องเกนชินอยู่นะคะจะไม่ค่อยได้คุยนะ These two are here on Jean's order. She asked them to investigate Albedo's office.
Oh, in that case, head on in.
We're at... Huh.
So this is Albedo's office. Pretty much exactly how Paimon pictured it.
ดูแบบธรรมดาเนอะ Alright, I have some work on my own. I'll leave you with good luck, you two.
Right back at ya.
Huh. นึกว่าแบบออฟฟิศอัลเบโดจะไอ้นี่กว่านี้สิ เอาจริงๆเธออยากเห็นห้องแบบไหน นึกว่ามันจะแบบคล้ายๆห้องโบนาที่มันแบบว่าของแบบอะไรก็ไม่รู้เยอะแยะมากมายดังแม่ง
Alright, let's see what we can find.
There's a stack of books on the desk, mostly related to alchemy, environmental science, and life science. Some of the pages have been marked with alchemical symbols, and others have an S-shape or triangular symbol drawn on them. Any potential meaning is unclear.
Wow, these books are so fancy. Albedo must have gone to great lengths to get them.
คนนั้นสายเปย์คนไหนนะ Investigate underneath the book. After removing the book, the desk looked almost empty. Your hand slipped while moving the book, causing the hard-covered book to strike the desk, resulting in a noise a bit unusual. It stumbles, but to an experienced adventurer, it sounds too hollow, almost like there's a compartment within the desk.
Wait, it looks like there's a hidden compartment under the desk.
There's appeared to be a compartment added to one side of the desk. It's very well hidden. The lock mechanism is complex and seems to involve elemental power in some way. Perhaps you could try using your JIAH. The hidden compartment opens. Inside lies a piece of paper with more information. What the fuck? Festering is almost a manifestation of rot. When festering force and a sufficient amount of life energy can collide, the two will repel each other, triggering a powerful side effect. When I tested this in an alchemical experiment, the result of the refinement was startling. Breaking through the shackles of life, the simulation of project. I must take advantage of this opportunity.
The name of the project is blotted out in ink. What could it be?
The note mentioned festering force, which suggests the dragon's spine could be involved somehow. แล้วมันลอยนะ If this has something to do with creating synthetic life, would Albedo go that far for one of his experiments? No, that can't be. Amid the notes in this map, with a few markings on it, two are marked location corresponding to the crime scene, and the third appears to be in Dragonspine. ต้องจำปะอันนี้ต้องจำปะ It's a hard pill to swallow, but if the result of the joint investigation are correct, there could be a body hidden in the last location, or at the very last, what remains of one.
Huh. What does this mean? Oh, do you think something might also be buried at the last location? Alright, that seems to be it for this place. We should go tell Jean what we found. Oh, Vent is calling! Let's answer!
How's the investigation going? Find anything?
Oh, we found stuff alright. Stuff that only makes Albedo look even more suspicious.
I see. So Albedo's researching something that doesn't help his case, huh? Not promising. We should be grateful Albedo's true identity remains hidden. If it gets out that he's one of Rhine-daughter's creation, there'll be no separating him from her past. As we both know, Rhine-daughter's approach to alchemy and ethics were pure madness. And the evidence you just found, let's just say it could convince even those closest to him of his guilt, perhaps even you. I don't think the handwriting was faked. Then it comes down to trust. Do you trust Albedo? Absolutely, I do.
He's our friend. We should keep the faith. And if he really is the culprit, he must have had a reason, right? Maybe he's just not allowed to talk about it. Yeah, that must be it.
สรุป Albedo เป็นบ้าค่ะ Either way, a fair investigation means coming to a conclusion presented by the facts. Remains objective has its own values. Remember, none of this is your fault. Just report back and with an honest assessment of the facts.
Yeah. Well, let's go find Jean and tell her what we learned. Wait, that's Miles. What's he doing?
Oh, sorry. I heard voices and wasn't sure if I should check who was inside.
It's okay. We're here on Jean's orders.
Ah, I see. I'll, leave you to it then.
Hold on. You didn't hear what we were saying, did you?
แล้วมึงเปิดประตูไว้ทำไม
Oh, not really. Nothing that made sense anyway.
Well, do us a favor and just forget anything you might have heard, okay?
Oh, sure. You got it.
That map we found in the hidden compartment seems important. We should check out the marked locations. Alright, let's see what we can find.
อู้เฮ้ยมันมีเยอะกว่านั้นอีกอะขอดูหมดเลยได้ปะ Upon use, the target will decay with an extreme short period of time, turning into dust that is nearly invincible to the naked eye before dissipating into air. Albedo เป็นบ้าไปแล้วเหรอ Albedo เป็นบ้าไปแล้วเหรอ Albedo notes lies on the table. They resemble the ones you've seen before. As always, the penmanship is impeccable, carefully and neat, with a certain elegance in its uniform, much like the man himself. One of the notes: retrospection should be regarded as a counter-simulation in the process of life, like a highly affliction and destructive spell. No. There's a test tube on the shelf with some black powder residue at the bottom. Next to it lies a neatly written note. Chalk. Hi. ไอ้ช็อกอันนี้มันเหมือนตอน Story Quest Albedo ที่มันเล่าเรื่องอะไรสักอย่างอะ LJ สวัสดีจ้า It's the next stage after soil, but the current available materials are insufficient to construct a stable structure.
Nope. No idea what that means. Not sure if it's too hard for Paimon or too hard for anyone outside this line of work.
A locked box side on the desk. The start remember.ใครอ่ะ
Human transmutation? Is Albedo seriously looking into that? Ooh, Paimon doesn't want to think about that.
Okay, หมดแล้ว Wow. Albedo really actually did something.
Since you have Master Jean's permission.
ยังจะเซฟ Albedo อยู่ไหมเซฟ หนูจะคุย หนูจะ ถ้าเราไปจุดที่มันเป็นที่เกิดเหตุที่1 กับ 2อ่ะเราจะได้อะไรปะชิโนบิสวัสดีค่ะไม่ได้ลองฮะเดี๋ยวลองวิ่งไปไม่มีอะไรฮะไม่มีอะไรอีกอันหนึ่งอยู่ตรงเนี้ยก็มันไม่มีอะไรอ่ะมันไปแล้วกันเรื่องแผ่นนี้เป็นยังไงบ้างครับโหดหูมากครับ
Grip of winter, do people truly appreciate the warmth of flames?
Take me up! Take me up! Take me up! suppose.
Although everything is covered in snow, as a seasoned adventurer, you notice a spot on the ground that looks quite different from the surroundings. You remove the snow to find a sizable hole underneath, large enough to fit a human body. But the hole is completely empty, and surrounding markings make it look like something was dug up. สงสัยต้องตรวจเก็บไปหมดแล้ว
Weird. There's a hole, but no body. The prosecution's argument is that Albedo used alchemy to destroy the bodies. But this location is different from the other two. Why not fill the hole? Or smooth out the ground like the other places?
If one person did all this, why not remove the trace like the others? And if Albedo isn't the one responsible, why was this location marked in his notes? You're back. Did you find anything?
Yeah, but none of it helps Albedo's case.
A complicated result, but your efforts are appreciated. He asked for a retrial. There are still questions surrounding the identities of the victims and the disappearance of the bodies. The minimal remains that were uncovered has been set for scenic analysis, which should provide some answers. It's just
What's wrong?
โอ้โหของหล่มถล่มทลายมากสักครู่ If the victim turned out to be the citizen of Mondstadt, the situation becomes the more serious. A second trial would likely have to be open to the public. And I doubt public settlements would be in Albedo's favor.
Yeah, not when the charges are so serious.
The second trial is set to take place in 2 days. I hope you consider attending to us one as well.
Of course, we'll be there. In the meantime, we should all just stay positive.
Well said. When the time comes, I carry out my duty to the best of my abilities. Miles. คุยแล้วไม่ค่อยปิดประตูกันเนาะ มันเกิดคอรี่
We should meet up with Jean. It's about time for the second trial.
เดี๋ยวนี้มีแบบนี้เนาะ
Hey,
You to let me know if you're ready. I'm ready. Follow me. Cutscene ปะ Oh no, please. Oh. Ladies and gentlemen, we are now convened for the second trial against Mr. Albedo. I, Jean Gunhilder, will once again oversee the proceeding. Representative on both sides remains unchanged. Mr. Dahlia will continue as serve as assessor. Ms. Hetra represents the prosecution and Mr. Kaya speaks on behalf of the defense. The defendant, in this case, Mr. Albedo, captain of the investigation team. With that, I now bring this trial to order.มันเป็นจุดเริ่มสตอรี่ของเราอยู่ Miss Hetra, have the investigation made any new discovery?
Yes. We sent the teeth and the femur bone found at the scene to the church's medical office, and were able to conclude that these are, in fact, human remains. In addition, the investigators were able to identify several Mondstadt citizens who appear to have been missing for quite some time. Forensic analysis of the remains allowed us to pinpoint the age and gender of the deceased. Interestingly, one of the missing individuals matches that profile to a T. The medical office couldn't spare the personnel, so Miss Rosaria is here to present the results to the court.
Hanselman, male, 46 years old, material status, single, occupation, hunter. Consistent with the conclusion in the last trial, his disappearance went underreported, likely due to his lack of relatives. In addition, medical records show that he has sustained a mechanism-related injury to his leg 3 years ago. The damage on the feeder bone Mr. Diluc found is consistent with such an injury. Therefore, we can conclude that one of the victims in this case is Hanselman. A specialized technique was likely used to accelerate the rate of decomposition.
Is it reasonable to assume this technique to be alchemical in nature?
Alchemical or magic, both are possible.
Thank you for your testimony.
The identity of one of the victims is now confirmed. But what about the defendant's motive?
Considering what he wrote in the letter, we can deduce that the defendant needed subjects for an alchemy experiment. Who better than individuals whose disappearance would go unnoticed? In other words, he sacrificed the good people of Mondstadt for his own gain. A truly vile act. In addition, another witness has agreed to testify. Miss Donna, if you would.
Wait, Donna from the flower shop?
I'm sorry it took so long for me to come forward. But the night Master Diluc saw Mr. Albedo, I was there too. I was camping with a friend and we decided to stop near Dragonspine. I couldn't really get comfortable that night, so around dawn, I decided to go for a walk. And that's when I saw Master Diluc. I thought it might be nice to, chat. So I headed in his direction and then I saw it. Someone at the bottom of the cliff was getting rid of a body. I was terrified the person might see me. Even after I fled, I couldn't shake that fear. And I started to wish I never had a crush on Master Diluc in the first place. If I hadn't wanted to talk to him, I would never have been in that situation. Well, I didn't want to come forward because I was scared. But Miss Hertha convinced me it was the right thing to do. I'm sorry it took me so long.
Let's see. Just stepping forward was brave enough, Stan. The court thanks you for your courage and commitment to justice.
Yes. Thank you.
The two witnesses corroborate the same sequence of events. That just leaves the question of how the defendant disposed of the bodies.
I believe the answer lies in the alchemical technique mentioned in the letter. The defendant is the most accomplished alchemist in Mondstadt. He has the skill, no question.
Miles, don't you dare. Miles, don't you dare. Okay? Don't. As an investigator, also uncover some relevant evidence of that subject. I will not present it to the court.
Wait, does she mean...
The following pieces of evidence uncovered in Mr. Albedo's office, the most important of which is this map. The map was found with the defendant's note. The marking corresponds with the description in the letter and location of the crime scene. Does this map belong to you? Yes. Where were those? Were you the one who marked these locations? Yep. Albedo, I trust you. I know it's not you. It's the clone, right? Tell me that's the truth. It's the clone who did it, not you, please. And you weren't. Ugh. Albedo, come on. You do realize that basically of admission of the guilt, don't you? The evidence against you is nearly insurmountable. No. Since you uncovered that compartment, I might as well expound on that matter.
We have witnesses and physical evidence. What could you possibly say in your defense?
Well, I always have. I never killed a single person.
Ugh, you have some nerve. Saying that when the evidence is stacked against you?
Miss Hedra, you present as a miraculous and convincing case. I give you that, but I will not admit to something I didn't do.
So, what? You're just going to bombard the court with excuses?
There's a rather dismissive way to refer to an innocent man speaking on his own defense. Besides, I'm not making excuses. I'm exercising patience.
That won't make the charges against you disappear, Mr. Albedo.
Perhaps not, but patience comes with its own reward. It's easy for things to remain buried in the snow until someone comes along and brush it away. He mentioned brushing off the snow. Does that mean it's supposed to be a hint? If it was a hint, then it must have something to do with Dragonspine. Which reminds me, one of the locations marked on the map we found was in Dragonspine, wasn't it? Traveler, you were the ones who uncovered the notes, right? Then I'm assuming you visited the third location marked on the map as well, yes? Can you tell us what you find? You nod your head and give an honest account of the scene you found in Dragonspine. Whatever was kept in the hole was gone, and the surrounding areas bore the markings of an unknown creature. With everything covered in snow, no one knew where there was something to discover in the first place.
There must also have been a body.
I need to think about this. What clue am I missing? The third location. Exactly. The third location was in Dragonspine. We only knew about it because we found it on the map in the hidden compartment. During our investigation, Paimon and I discovered a hole beneath the snow, big enough to hide a human body. There was also claw marks around the outside, but there was no body or any remains whatsoever. The first marked location is near Mondstadt, but we saw a video using alchemy to dig a hole and bury it there. A single man's shoe and a torn piece of fabric were found in the bushes nearby. Taken together, this evidence seemed to suggest that Albedo killed someone and concealed the body. The second marked location between Dragonspine and Dawn Winery around JIRU saw Albedo bury the body as an adult male. JIRU described nearly the same evidence with trees, but there's no reason for them to collide against Albedo, so their testimony should be trustworthy. JIRU found teeth and brittle bones at the scene, and Donna confirmed his version of events because she was also there tonight. The two had no reason to set Albedo up, despite his third crush. Donna wouldn't lie about something that just get Diluc's attention. Not to mention, Donna has been acting strange before the trial. According to the forensic result, the teeth and frontal bone belongs to a Monza citizen, and the witness account suggests that Albedo was the last person to come into contact with his body. Did Albedo really use alchemy to reduce the body to bones, and does it mean he's a killer? Albedo marked these 3 locations on the map hidden in the compartment. There are some similarities and differences between them. Based on what we know, all 3 locations were likely used to hide the bodies. The hole dug up in each area certainly seemed big enough. But unlike the first 2 locations, there are claw marks around the hole in the 3rd location, and no witness said anything what happened there. Dragon's Mine is all home to all manners of monsters and wildlife. Could some kind of creature have dug up the hole of the body? But why wasn't that the case in other locations? The mark didn't look fresh, which means the hole at the 3rd location has been there longer than the other 2. But if the hole at the 3rd location wasn't made around the same time, does that mean it's connected to a separate incident? Most people know Albedo as an alchemist and a captain, but in truth, he's a crime prison, a synthetic human created by one of the 5 sinners, Gold granddaughter. Albedo is steadfast, intelligent, and treats everyone with kindness and respect. I think most people would agree with that statement. He is also a calculated thinker. It's fair to say that if he did commit a crime, it would likely be well concealed. Up until now, Albedo has never displayed any ill towards humanity, and he also still seems like his normal self. As his friend, I shouldn't reveal the truth about his identity. That would only make things worse for him. Dragonstein has a fragile climate and it's covered in snow all year round. Even so, it's a home to various monster creatures that can withstand the cold. Deep within the mountain lies the remains of an even more mysterious creature, JIRU. Turian. Although the dragon has been dead for a long time, he still possesses a particular life energy. And now that I think about it, a lot of strange things has been happening on Dragonstein. I almost forgot, Paimon and I once encountered someone on Dragonstein who looked exactly like Albedo, and we weren't the only one. Wait a second, someone that looked exactly like him. I'm guessing Albedo has a plan, so I should help him out. But what does he want me to do? Announce a break in the case? No, I should play it safe. Since I made an honest assessment on the fact, I should be honest about my doubts too, if it's only fair. Besides, I think I understand what Albedo was trying to tell me just now. Oh, อันนี้ลุงมีนต้องมีเสียงแน่ๆเลยว่ะแบบเอ้ย I'd like to address the court, if I may. I was the one who investigated the office, and I believe the result raised a few questions. Regarding the 2 cases addressed in the previous trial, it was established that after disposing of the body, the defendant used alchemy to restore the ground to its own original state. But that wasn't the case at the 3rd location. The hole was still there, with dirt scattered around the perimeter. It looks more like something has been dug up. If this was all done by one person, why wasn't the 3rd scene given the same treatment as the others? Why weren't the traces removed? In addition, the marking around the 3rd location weren't fresh, which suggests that the Dragonstein incident happened at a different time. For those reasons, I believe there's still reasonable doubts in this case, and I hope the verdict reflects that. Thank you. Astute as ever, traveler.
Questions there may be, but allow me to point out. There is no evidence to suggest that anyone besides the defendant knew about the 3rd location. And the map was found in his notes. That fact alone makes him the most plausible suspect. Unless Mr. Albedo suddenly plans to deny that the map belongs to him.
Allow me to respond to the traveler's point. โอ้ย Albedo หล่อมากแบบว่าคือ Albedo แบบส่งซิกให้เรากลางแบบกลางแบบค่ะอันนี้แล้วเราก็แบบเชื่อมั่นในตัวเรานะเพื่อนเลยอ่ะ If all I cared about was providing my innocence, I would indeed just do what you described, Miss Hertha, and deny any connection to that map. But that is not what I intend to do. The map does belong to me, and I did hide things in close to relocation. So Sigma, help me please. มันคือ You killed your clone, right? You killed your clone. Understandable. There were bodies in each location. I did kill and bury someone on Dragon's Farm.
Ha! So you admit it. Let the record reflect that the defendant has confessed to his crime.
You're mistaken, Miss Heather. The story doesn't end there. Some time ago, I encountered an uninvited guest on Dragonspine. Someone who wanted to take advantage of the deserted and unnatural nature of the region to eliminate me in secret. His desire to kill me led to an celebration where I killed him instead and buried the body on the mountain, the third location marked on the map.
Actually, the traveler Amber Bennett and I were with Albedo that day.
เดี๋ยว แล้วถ้าคนไม่ได้เล่น Story Quest นั้นนะจะเข้าใจปะ
The Adventurers Guild was holding an event on Dragonspine. After it ended, we all left the area. If the person Albedo is referring to is different from the one we encountered on the mountain, then the altercation must have occurred after we left.
This only proves that the defendant is guilty on all counts. Those innocent people, their blood is on your hand. You deny
you're wrong.
it? After admitting to murder for the whole court to hear? You've clearly lost your mind.
นี่ทำแค่นั้นแหละยากโคตร If you would let me finish with her, I could get to the important part. The man who attacked me on Dragonspine was my height, with blonde hair and blue eyes, dressed in my clothes nearly identical to mine. So someone who happened to look exactly like you? Exactly like him? So I was right. It does come back to what happened back then.
It's one thing to look similar, but for the clothes to be the same?
What's going on? I don't want to be here anymore.
Regardless, the important thing is that you admit to killing someone on Dragonspine.
Yet I killed someone that day, someone who looked nearly identical to me. But I never said that someone was the person. I see. Then it appears I need to withdraw my testimony.
What?
Everyone! I brought her!
Wait, you...
The person who just came in, isn't that Hertha?
What's going on?
Who are you? Why do you wear my face?
Hello to you too.
As you can see, this is Hertha, the logistic captain of the Knights of Favonius.
I see what's going on here. It's all been leading up to this, hasn't it? Your confession. It was all an elaborate stunt to set me up. You want to undermine my credibility? Fine. It doesn't eliminate the mountain of evidence stacked against you. All I want is justice for the people of
Order is in court. I've been stationed on Dragonspine all these years because there is where the subject of my research lied, the dragon JIRU. Several hundred years ago, the dragon of the east, Valin, defeated JIRU in a battle, and with the help of Barbados, sealed his remain on Dragonspine. JIRU was created through alchemy, one of the finest specimens of artificial life. As such, death was not a true end for him. His heart still beats and grows more realizing day by day. My imposter on Dragonspine was a failed specimen abandoned in During's stomach, an unsuccessful iteration of a homological project.
Homunculus?
Are you trying to insinuate that I'm some kind of homunculus? Because it looks to me like the artificial one is standing right there. Some kind of imposter you dragged in from Dragonspine. So this is what I look like when I fly off the handle. You know, they say imitation is the best form of flattery, but your impersonation has overstayed its welcome. Master Jean, what are you waiting for? We've known each other for so long. You recognize the real me, don't you?
The two of you look identical, but judging based on demeanor, the new arrival actually seems more like the Hezra I know.
That means nothing! By that logic, I could just as easily accuse the albedo in this room of being an imposter. How do we know he isn't the fake one? A cold-blooded killer who replaced the real albedo long ago. Then, how about something only the real Hertha would know? The longest scar on my body. The knights who fought alongside me that day should remember where it is.
I remember. Let's hear your answer.
I'd like to hear Miles' answer first.
Huh?
You don't know? Or you don't remember? I heard you've been acting strange these days. Disoriented? Confused? You were closer to me than anyone during that battle. And yet you don't remember a thing. Strange indeed.
No, my head.
The scar is right here.
Why the nerves? I can't imagine this comes to a surprise. Unless your informant in the Knights of Avonius failed to mention the scar on Heather's left arm.
Albedo has done a lot of research into beings like you. If you deny it, then show us your arm.
No need to panic. You can just add it now. You can excel at changing your appearance, don't you? Or I should say, all spawns of Duran's life force that ability. A powerful life force, an appearance you can change at will. Yet here you stand, formless one, paralyzed to act because you're worried using that power could affect your accomplice. Accomplice? Then Miles must be one of them? There are others too. Most of the being under the influence of Duran's life force have gathered here, and yet their presence is what impedes her from taking action. Once you attempt to transform, all who surround you will be affected by your power, and you can't control it because it's this network of living being you set by its core.
Show us your arm. Ugh! Have it your way.
Whoa!
Come on, let's go!
Hey! They're shielding the imposter!
There are others trying to get in. Must be more people under her control.
Time to get in, time to get moving, everyone!
Whoa! She just leaped across the room!
After her!
It's time. All units move out. Third company, keep an eye on the moving tail imposter. I trust you, Albedo! I trust you!กินน้ำแบบ He's so cool! You finally had the chance to talk, but before I explain the events of the past few days, I'd like to make a few things clear. First, I never killed any of my fellow citizens, and I never used human remains as part of an alchemical experiment. Yeah. Second, the events of the past few days were all parts of a plan. Most of the members of our orders were in on it. As for the witness, Master Dilo picked up on the situation long before today's proceeding. Indeed, follow me. คือมันไว้ใจเราเกินไปปะ เอาเบโดไว้ใจเราเกินไปปะ เอาจริงๆอะฮะ
What? How are there monsters in the city?
There are monsters from Dragonspine. An attack is imminent, but fear not. We've been prepared for this. We've been monitoring the resurgence of Durin's life force, its festering nature agitated these monsters. We knew it was only a matter of time before they advanced on Mondstadt. And so we made preparation for an invincible attack battle. I was hoping you two could join me and provide assistance in the battle to come.
Where's our first stop?
นัดแลนด์อีกแล้วเหรอ พอนานๆเข้าเริ่มชินแบบไม่มีเสียงพากย์แล้วสิ อ้าว ตรงนี้น่าจะครึ่งทางแล้ว โอ้ยครึ่งทางแล้วเหรอ ยังฟินอยู่เลยอะ The top of city wall.
Master Jean, headquarters should be secure for now. We responded in time and had enough manpower. We can even spare some for mobile support across the...
Good. Our intel suggests that the monsters from Dragonspine could be disguised as Mondstadt citizens, so be sure to exercise caution. Oh, and my divination revealed that there are also regular people under the influence of some strange power. None of them are monsters. Yes, so for those people, the aim is to subdue, not harm, before you attack. Make sure to figure out what you're dealing
Understood.
with. ยากว่ะ ไอ้เหี้ย Perfect timing, traveler. I was hoping you three could form a mobile unit to help respond to the various threats in the area. It's been a while, traveler, and I'm also here to help. Jin and I are going to remain here to monitor the situation. We'll leave the other locations to you. Don't worry, my Squire Glass don't show the slightest chance of failure. Victory will be ours. Ja. I saw someone fighting.
Captain Albedo, honorary knight, and your floating companion.
Some of the people around here are acting strange. Be careful.
Thanks for the help. I don't think we could have managed that on our own.
I hope everyone's all right. We really appreciate the help.
Huh? Venti?
Hey, Venti!
Shit, someone's coming.
What's with the freakout? It's just us.
Sorry, I thought you were regular citizens. I think we should proceed as planned. I agree. Although it's been a while since I dealt with something this big, it's going to be pretty exhausting. Don't worry, I'll treat you to your troubles. That's what I wanted to hear.
These two know the other's identity then?
Monsters start surging from Dragonspine during the trial. They soon became agitated, likely in response to the core coming under pressure. ได้ในวันดีจ้า ผมคุยไม่ครบอ่ะ น่าจะมีหลายรูทStill, I never expect those monsters to have become this advanced. The power of evolution cannot be underestimated, especially considering the fact that Durin absorbed the previous imposter.
Wait, so what about the map? And the missing bodies?
What the witness saw was true. I did hide those bodies and I monitored the situation on Dragonspine. I noticed that many who ventured there came back different. Some were under the influence of Durin's power, but the less fortunate ones has already been devoured by monsters, who then assumed their appearance to infiltrate the city. Most of those who were replaced had no close relatives, so their behavior changed. There was no one to notice. The monster used their disguise to get close to people. I eliminate 2 who attempt to attack.
What about the remains Diluc found? Did they belong to one of the victims?
Yes, the monsters slowly digest their victims. Sometimes they even left behind body parts to aid the transformation. All that remains of the first victim was a few strands of hair, and the second, some teeth and bones. The only bodies Albedo destroyed were the monster's mimic form. Then he buried whatever remains of the victims to put them to rest. Well, someone had to do it. Besides, I managed to gather some valuable data on the putrefaction of the bodies. After we defeated the Wapple flower on Dragonspine, we promised to tell each other a story, remember? You told me the story of the gardener, I remember. I'm glad. Then you remember what I told you about Subject 2? In his pursuit to replace Subject 1, he transformed a Wapple flower into Subject 3. So there's another imposter on Dragonspine that day? Yep. That would be Subject 2. I confronted him and buried his body on Dragonspine. So, you see, at one point there was something hiding in that hole you found. But Durin is becoming more revitalized by the day. Under the influence of his power, the monster dug up the Subject 2's body and returned it to Durin's stomach. Durin absorbed the failed creation with his knowledge of and ways of thinking. Ever since then, all creatures spawned from his power had the ability to transform their appearance. Humans who ventures into Dragonspine for too long are also bound to fall under Durin's influence, but those affected don't show themselves right away, and the extent to which a person has been affected is hard to perceive. You saw it for yourself, didn't you? All the people acting strange, those are the same people who just tried to break into the Knights of Owen's quarters. Durin's power remained dormant within them until finally it surged to the surface and seized control. That was also our goal. If we could force a situation where the imposter has no choice but to unleash that power, all those under its influence would become violent, and thus we would know who was affected.
Wait, so what do we do? We can't go around hurting innocent people.
That's why I'm here. It would make me look bad if I just laze around after promising to help. We will use the power of animal to restrain it for now. This should give the knights the chance to subdue them without harm. A specialized team will deal with them later. Alright, this time that's the long and short of the situation. The time is yeah, alright, this should do it.
Wind currents? Paimon's never seen this many.
There should be wind currents across the whole city. Everyone, can you hear me? Loud and clear. All units, what's your status?
We have enough manpower to provide support. Requesting assistance at the side gate. Heading over now.
Whoa! It's long-distance wind communication! How is that even possible?
It's all thanks to Lord Barbados. With this blessing, we will succeed in our defending the city. Actually, if you face away from the current, you whisper like this, no one can hear you.
No wonder you're crouching down there like you have something to hide.
You didn't have to broadcast it like that!
That voice. Venti? Is that you?
Oops.
You know, just wondering Just wondering about calling for help. Thank goodness, Traveler Piper and Albedo found me, got me out of the tough spot. Alright. Now that you're okay, we should check out the status of the other areas. LOL! Thanks, friend. Maybe I'll... Ooh. แล้วซูโคนไปยืนทำอะไรตรงนั้นอะ I don't like being in the middle like this, especially on a bridge. Oh, look who it is. Get back. Hey, that was a close one. I suppose things are in order, Master Diluc. I appreciate the help. No need. I didn't intervene to save you. It was for my own convenience. You were in the way. Oh, well, let me get out of your hair then. I suppose we could work together, but you would just melt my ice anyway. Suit yourself. Alright, tell me. But you noticed something was off. The first trial. Because of the fake KEVARA? No, because of you. Me? What did I do? My defense wasn't passionate enough? No, you weren't nervous enough. พี่น้องเนี่ยรู้จักกันดีเป็นตีเปิดห้อง Discord จริง Tell me then, Master Diluc, what do you think I actually get nervous? I suppose we'll see, won't you? Monster incoming. Hey, hold on a second. On second thought, best not to think about it. When you know, eh?
Cool it. This world will be frozen. Time for retribution. Burn. Oh, so sorry. Verdict is... Burn.
เขารู้จักกันดีเกินไปจริง If you have time to make it out here, I'm guessing the other areas are secured.
What? We can't be here because we care?
Maintaining control over the main road means maintaining control over the battle as a whole. You made the right choice.
So what's the status over here?
Under control, don't worry. My trusty civilians volunteered and I have this covered. I think you mean the man who held the title of cavalry captain before you. We don't have to bring that up. Well, keep up the good work. We'll go check on the other status location. Good luck. Oh, I want to thank you for what you said in the court. If I'm not mistaken, you are on my side at the end. Believe me, he had his suspicions since the first trial. I suppose it just don't feel right to believe that someone who helped me in the past could be a cold-blooded killer.
That's so sweet.
แล้วทำไมมันดูตัวใหญ่ตัวสูงผิดปกติวะ Thank you for trusting me and for choosing to fight alongside us, and for you, Kaya, good work as always. We'll see you. Bennett Fisher ไดโอน่ามิกะอยู่ไหน อ๋อนี่ไง Fisher Bennett อะ สานด้วยฝ่ามือจริงๆไปยืนข้างๆก็ได้แล้วแล้วเป็นเน็ตอะไดโอด้ามิกะไม่ครบไม่ผ่านไม่ครบครับไม่ผ่านนะครับ Alright, you should be on the mend.
Thank you so much, Miss Barbara. Things are still quite chaotic outside. It's best if you all remain inside the cathedral for now.
You're not rushing back out to the front line, are you? You're still injured.
Don't worry, Miss Barbara. I'll try not to put myself in harm's way. I can help with the logistics from the back.
Well, maybe we can give you a hand. And you said the situation outside is chaotic. Injured parties should not be left unattended. There are others who need to get back to the front line, so I'll escort all of them.
Of course. Thank you, Miss Rosaria.
Bennett มากด เดี๋ยวโป้ดูอยู่ มิกะอยู่บนกำแพงเบนเน็ตผมไม่เจอมิกะอยู่ตรงกำแพงลิซ่าหน้าร้านเรา I don't really know how to start it with messaging. Okay, has to be. It's okay, Barbara. Did I catch you at a bad time, Barbara? No, not really. Did you need something? I just wanted to tell you that over the next few days, a lot of things are going to happen in Mondstadt, attack and fighting, so I need you to take care of yourself. Huh? How did you know? Albedo warned us in advance. It has something to do with Dragonspine and he's our authority on that region, so we should take him on his words. Dragonspine, huh? So the city is going to be in danger? Yes, but the Knights of Babonis would do whatever we can to protect the people, but then who will protect you? Don't worry, I'll look out for myself, I promise. Please, let them be okay. Sister Barbara, could you lend me a hand? Of course, coming! เมืองมอนสเตดมันเล็กกว่าแนทแลนด์ไง Why the hell? I forgot you! อ๋อนี่ไงเป็นเด็ด อ๋อนี่ไงแอมเบอร์มิกะ They're here, prepare for battle! On guard, everyone! Coming monster 11 o'clock! Looks like we got 25 village trails, 2 blazing, axemen, ninja trails, and a bunch of different slimes! Prepare elemental countermeasures! Roger that! นี่ไงเจอแล้วครบ ฮะ
Providing cover fire. Engaging. Providing cover fire. Leave the wounded to make.
Get him!
Engaging.
No one escapes my sights! Hey! I'll race you there!
เอาไม่โดน โอ้ยเป็นทีมที่เล่นทรมานมากจริง
Bertha! Oh, jeez, your voice scared me just now.
What? Still caught up in the imposter incident? I thought you knew about the plan.
Well, after you up and disappeared one day, all Master Jean told me was that you'd be gone for a while on an important mission, and that it'd be better if people thought you were dead. And then, what do you know? Someone who looks exactly like you appears out of nowhere 2 days later. If Master Jean hadn't told me about your mission, I would have fallen for it hook, line, and sinker.
ไม่มีซีสองระเบิดบ้านแบบนี้ไม่ได้จริง Yep, that was quite scary thought. I get chills just thinking about it. A monster replacing someone close to you, and you're none the wiser. Don't worry, once this is over, these monsters won't be a threat to us again. แล้วมันสัตว์มันไฟไหม้ได้ไงพี่เห็นสปอยว่าไฟไหม้ Albedo, are you okay? The trial wasn't too hard on you, was it? I'm sorry I couldn't be there. I was so worried. Same here. I thought it was a real one at one point. I was completely in shock. So you didn't know Amber? Then it seems Eula did an excellent job at keeping the situation under wraps. No need to worry, you two. I'm no worse for Ribir. That sounds like Eula, right? She's like an imprintable wall that one you're not getting a secret out of her.
For sure. She's someone you can really count on.
Wait, so how did you decide Hertha should disappear again? After all this fighting, I can't seem to get it straight.
It was Kaya's suggestion. He said the plan would work best with someone well-known and reputable without being too high profile. Naturally, Miss Hertha was the perfect choice. We needed to leave a hole in our organization so she comes up with an idea that she would disappear. So that explains the rumor that someone has fallen during an mission. Of course, it didn't take long for that to get resolved. No, because the imposter fell right into a trap. It was all part of the plan. First, we spread the rumors that Heather was missing in action after some kind of incident. The news came from Kaya and Hertha's direct subordinates, which was important because we needed it to be credible. The imposters saw the gap in our ranks and they couldn't help but take the bait. It didn't take long for the fake Hertha to appear at the Knights of Bufoni's patrol route, claiming to have survived her mission.
When did that happen?
Over 6 months ago.
Whoa, so this has been a long time in the making.
Yes, and our enemy was more meticulous than we expected. Monsters have been searching for Heather's body in order to protect the imposter identity, which is more an advanced way of thinking than Subject 2. So we had to wait long enough to convince the fake Heather she had our trust. Furthermore, we needed to give her time to gather evidence against me and convince herself she had enough to strike.
But how did the Knight's internal information even reach Durin and his monsters?
There's an informant among our ranks.
Don't worry, Barbados already tackled her down. He doesn't have his blessing, so she can't hear what we're talking about right now.
Honestly, this whole situation almost gave Paimon a heart attack. All those awful accusations in the first trial, and you couldn't even defend yourself!
It was to be expected. I couldn't just reveal the truth. It has to be at the right moment, or it would have given the imposter even more fuel to use against me. She would have demanded to know how I knew that about Dragonspine and the monster in disguise, and if my identity got out, the public trust in me would be gone. It was a trap, you see. Argue back and expose my origins, or keep your mouth shut and be seen as a murderer. Credits where credit is due. It's well thought out.
Yeah, thank goodness we were able to back her into a corner.
Indeed, and I have to thank you for that, Jabba. You probably don't know, but you've been a part of the plan since the beginning. Me, but I didn't know where the plan started. And for that, you have my sincere apology. I know I kept you in the dark, but I had a reason. This might not sound intuitive, but I did it to make the plan even stronger. From the beginning, I knew I had to leave the letter in my office for a fair and independent reader to discover. Someone willing to seek the truth. Naturally, I thought of you. I knew you would return for Windbloom. I knew you would agree to attend the trial, and I knew your sense of responsibility and justice as an honorary knight would compel you to start your own investigation. The fake Hethra Subject 2 has met you on Dragonspine before. If she thought even you had lost faith in me, her confidence might get the best of her. The perfect time for us to strike. Albedo's right. You were part of our plan from the start. I hope you don't take offense at our decision to keep you from that. And please, don't be too hard on Albedo. He was just doing his best to look out for Mondstadt. Enough people were involved in the plan as it was. We had no other choice. The Honorary Knight and Paimon will always be friends of Mondstadt. We will never forget that.
That means a lot.
It is us who should be thanking you, Honorary Knight. งั้นตอนที่กูไปสู้กับอานนท์ก๊อต
Let's go to the side gate to check it out.
Ooh. I step outside the courtroom and this is the first thing I see. I'm not sure how much more I can take. I'm not brave enough.
I think you should give yourself more credit. You were brave enough to sit through the trial despite the nature of the allegations. That takes strength.
Deacon Dagger, I didn't see you there.
Apologies. Rosaria asked me to come. With Albedo running around protecting the city, she was worried you might be alone. At a time like this, 2 is much better than 1. So let me help.
Thank you. I didn't think Miss Rosaria even remembered me.
Of course she does. She spent all that time monitoring Albedo. It's only natural that she remembers his most dedicated student.
So after all this, I thought Mr. Albedo's identity would be a secret. Not to the higher up at least.
As far as I know, he shared that information with close members of his order long before these events. Perhaps I spoke too soon. You do scare easily.
Sorry, I guess I didn't expect Mr. Albedo to just reveal it like that.
I'm sure he felt the time was right. Besides, you know the truth. I know the truth. It doesn't change anything.
Well, Mr. Albedo told me in the library a few days ago. I was pretty shocked, but more than that, I was amazed.
Not afraid?
No, not afraid. I trust in knowledge and science, and I trust in Mr. Albedo as a person. You love him. I just noticed, Deacon, there aren't any wind currents around us.
We lucked out on that front. Otherwise, that conversation would have been for the whole city to hear.
Huh? That's how it works? That could have been embarrassing. น่ารักว่ะ นี่เจอเบนเด็ดแล้ว
Gotta say, when I saw you on the side of the road,
ไม่ได้มีเสียง
I thought you were hurt. Not about to whack me in the head.
Oh gosh, I'm so sorry about that. I was trying to run away, but I just couldn't keep going, so I pretended to be unconscious. Thought I could at least land a surprise hit on a monster that way.
เหมือนดาวเลนสีดาวใช่
I get it. That's a pretty common tactic. Oh, Traveler.
Looks like this person could use some help. We'll search for a place to keep civilians out of danger. This place appears secured, so remain here. In the meantime, we'll keep you updated.
Sounds like a plan.
These darn things are more annoying than disgusting booze hound. Albedo Traveler, if you run into anyone who needs a safe place to wait this out, feel free to send them to the cat's tail. I'll be here to watch over things so the tavern will be safe. Thank you, Diona. We'll do just that. แมวมาด้วยเหรอต้องมาดิมันต้องมาครบทุกคน We'll take it from here. Oh.
Rise like smoke.
อ้าวมิกากับแอมเบอร์อะ
Watch out! Albedo, Traveler, got an update for us?
You can take her to the castle. Diana is sheltering people there. Anyone who needs help is
Got it.
welcome.
I'll take her there right away.
Bennett มีเสียงโอเคตรงนี้ใครอะ Noel
Leave it all to me. Steady as stone.
Moments of birth.
Oh I miss your voice Albedo
As a good knight should.
คนเมโลดี้สวัสดีครับ
I missed a spot. Leave it all to me.
คนโลโลโคสวัสดีครับ Thanks for the help. That was over faster than I expected. I'm sure you have places to be, so don't let me keep you. Rest assured, I'll keep the people around here safe. Be careful out there. I know victories will be ours. อยากให้มีอัปเดตตอนหนูเป็นในนี้แล้วรอเลยอ๋อเหมือนเดิมแล้วไอ้นั่นอยู่ไหนวะมิกะถ้าอันนี้เป็นยูราเราจะเปลี่ยนที่ยูราเราเปลี่ยนไปที่อื่นก่อนลิซ่าOh cutie it's you
It's you.
Blitz.
Keep back! Witness my great undertaking. Get back!
เหมือนใครอยู่กับยูราให้ทายเหลือใครอยู่กับยูราหมดแล้วปะหมดเมืองมันเสร็จแล้วปะเหลือใครอะปึ้งมาค่ะไม่ใช่ฟิชโช It's been a while since I unleashed my lightning during wind bloom.
It happened a lot before?
Unleashing lightning on people? No, once in a while maybe. It sure felt good to let those lit loose though. My old professor even wrote to me about that a few days ago. Of course, I made sure to empathize that I always treat others with kindness. It's only natural for a student to inherit their teacher's will, after all. And mine was a gentle old man from Spans about school. So you see, this time I only use gentle methods of electrocution, so gentle even Jean would have no reason to intervene.
Huh. Gentle electrocution.
You seem to be in good spirit, Melissa. Oh well, it's good to move on every once in a while. เมื่อกี้เห็นอะไรตรงเนี้ย Head to the castle, you'll be safe, especially with Diona and watch over things.
Really? Okay, I'll head over right away.
เหลือตรงนู้นเหรอ
You're doing a really good thing here, Diona. Thanks to you, so many people are out of danger.
Don't worry about it. We call this city our home. Giving people somewhere to stay safe would at least I can do. Dad, I think we got another group coming. Can you come over and set things out? Of course.
I'll help you out.
Fisher อยู่ไหน หาฟิชโชไม่เจอ อุ้ยขอบคุณคนโลโลหาขอบคุณคนโลโลของการสมัครเป็นเมมเบอร์ครับผมหาขอบคุณครับยินดีต้อนรับสู่ชาวเกลือครับ อยู่นี่ปะอยู่นี่ปะพี่โชอยู่ไหนคุณจินไม่เจอฟิชโชปะหมูหาฟิชโชไม่เจอไม่เจอแล้วมีกากับแอมเบอร์อยู่ไหนอะเราอยู่นี่อ๋อ พี่โชอยู่ไหนพี่โชไม่เจอเดี๋ยวนะหาไม่เจอจริงจังนะเนี่ยพี่โชแล้วคือไม่ได้ดูแบบดูรีบอะไรกับเขาเลยมอนสเตอร์กำลังแบบตกอยู่ที่นั่งลำบากคือกูทำอะไรlookอันนี้ 5.6 ใช่ปะ 5.6 ไม่มีว่ะ
Going into a trance is risky for most people, so don't get any ideas.
ไม่เจอเวอร์ไม่เป็นไรไปหายูราละ
My fault. I knew Klee was fast.
Oh, Klee!
Disappearing like this? I only lost sight of her for 1 second.
Oh,
How am I
Klee.
going to explain this to Albedo?
Explain what?
Albedo, Traveler, Paimon. What brings you here?
We're providing mobile support across the region. Was there something you need to explain? You can tell me anything. I hope you know that.
Yeah. Plus, we kinda already heard what you said, so.
ซนเวอร์เด็กเวน
She disappeared right under my nose. I'm sorry.
ลืมน้อง
I can to find her.
เดี๋ยวรอจำไดโอน่าได้แต่ลืมคลี I see. Please don't beat yourself up. Please.
Something's coming this way, and it doesn't look pretty.
Alright, fighting first, conversation later.
She was right next to me, and the next thing I knew, she ran off somewhere. I swear I only lost sight of her for a second.
Albedo, but she can protect herself.
Rack and ruin.
เดี๋ยวนะ
Those bombs. I see what you mean. She was not to be underestimated.
Dumpty Dumpty!
Crush! Flood of frost!
Flee to the rescue! We won! Great work, Klee. I'll be counting on you to protect you the next time too.
Albedo, you can't be serious.
No problem. Just leave it to Klee. Are you sure are you going to protect Mr. Albedo? Klee heard you went camping for a few days and these monsters follow you back home.
Camping? Ah, right. The truth isn't suitable for little ears.
That's right. So I need to report back to Master Jean to settle my expenses.
Oh, เปลี่ยนเสียงไม่ได้ That's right. So I need to report back to Master Jean to settle my expenses. If you have some time, I'm sure Yola would be grateful if you escort her back to his quarter as well.
Of course. I place myself in your capable hands, Spark Knight.
Hey, it would be honored, Klee, to help us.
ฟิชโชหนูไปไหนอ่ะ พี่โชลูกอ้าวอ๋อ return to the center of Mondstadt อ๋อผมเล่น FB แล้วโดนสปอยไม่ That should be good for now. Great work, everyone. How was the injury wise? Good. Our preparation paid off. Injuries are few and far between. I have full accord here. Wonderful. I'll review in a bit. Everyone alright?
Amber?
Yep, right as rain. We're back. Can you help Miss Sheila save the whole day? Dog, That's amazing, Cleo. That was lucky to have you. Look, I was still missing a few. Report back, Master Jean. Mission complete. Oh my god, มันฟินตามาก Good to have you back safe and sound and great work, everyone. This preparation could not happen without y'all. Your leadership is what made it possible, Master Jean. It's been busy a few days. You should take a real rest. Deserve rest. I will, but I believe this is more. ยูราโดนแกล้งมากแต่น่ารักลูกแม่น่ารัก My work isn't finished. I'm afraid I have a few loose ends to tie it up. Yes, of course. We can talk back at headquarters. Travel and Paimon should be there too. Alright, everyone who has finished their work, head back to their quarters or church to get some rest. Wanna come with us, Clay? We can drink some tea and eat some freshly baked moon pies. Yay! Hey everyone! Fancy, thank you for everything. I know you were difficult. I know there were difficult moments along the way. Oh well, wait, does that mean you saw me running for my life? No, apologies. Just forget what I said. Yeah, just kidding. But you're right. It was tough out there. I almost lost my hat to the wind several times. What the fuck? Any noticeable information from the wind? Of course. I was out on the city walls for quite some time. I heard all sorts of things. As was some notable. Well, I picked up an anxious voice and a child's anger. Jirin has been isolated for centuries, but absorbing subject two's emotion allowed him to understand the certain truth about this world and his existence, including the fact that he's no longer mother's only child or her most perfect creation. It's obvious he found the fact difficult to accept. The emotion he felt in response were quite genuine and dare I say human. If I eliminate the perfect creation, I would be the only child mother needs. The mindset arose out of Durin's instinct to complete and survive and came to dominate all those around him. เดี๋ยวเรื่องเนี้ยมันคือในเรื่องหนังสือที่มันเป็นเควสนีโรสกาลามูดนาเวียที่เราไปอยู่ในโลกหนังสือมันคือเรื่องที่กำลังเกิดขึ้นตอนนี้สิ่งที่ดูรินกำลังคิดตอนที่ดูรินเกิดขึ้นมาเราจะได้เห็นสกาลามูชมาเซฟมอนสเตดปะเราจะได้เห็นสกาลามูชมาเซฟมอนสเตดปะกับมินิดูรินอะมันเฟดอะ Of course, the absorption of subject 2 ต่อจากอีเวนต์นั้นจริง Of course, the absorption of subject 2 knowledge allowed him to take the more intelligent approach, accusing me of murder. In the end, however, JIRU still lacks sufficient social intelligence that the fact that his army even got this far is a miracle.
No wonder Venti sensed a child's anger through the wind.
The same feeling, it's close. Phoning has to make your report.
Nothing much to report, actually.
Is that so? During the battle, we were talking about your transfer to 7th Company. You were in charge of patrols and post-battle reconnaissance this time. How did everything go?
No problems.
I see. If you don't mind me asking, why did you come from that direction and why are you alone? Do you think we're still meeting at the side of the gate? There was a change of plans. We sent the message over the wind in the last few minutes of the battle. There were a lot of changes during the operation, but I imagine you missed those as well because you're under Joan's influence. And you have been since your trip to Dragonfire almost 6 months ago. Don't move. Let's continue this discussion back at headquarters. Don't be scared. I'll figure out a way to free you from his power soon. Albedo's hot. Albedo is so hot. What the fuck?คือพูดเยอะมากอีกเลยเนี่ย Alright, the others are looking after Phonia. Please tell me you can help her. I can, as long as the rest of the operation goes well.
Wait, the operation isn't over. What do we do now?
What happened next is more of a personal project. I consult Venti about the possibility of calling a tripartite conference. Yes, that's a relatively new tradition. Grandmaster Varka came up with the idea a few years ago. I still remember when he approached me and approached me asking the lovely ladies of the Hexen Circle for a small favor. The chumminess caught me off guard. If I hadn't known any different, I'd have thought he was talking about his older sister or something.
Older sisters? Is Varka really young or something?
I wouldn't say exactly young, but he's not that old either. He's a type to crack jokes at every opportunity, so whatever age that's it. Indeed. Anyway, the tripartite conference is a gathering of 3 parties: the Hexen Skullgirl, the Animal Archon, and the joint force of the Knights in Church of Favonius. Oh, Alice. Lord Barbados was able to facilitate a meeting between Varka and the mage. Varka has quite a way with words, so he was able to gain their favor and convince them to agree to a very important request. Namely, that in Mondstadt's greatest time of need, the mage would return and lend their aid to our nation. And yes, and now I have a request of my own. So I need to convene once again. Venti, if you would. Of course, Traveler, pass me the protocol communication device.
You're gonna use that thing to call them?
Just watch. And learn, huh? Okay, I think it's too late. ได้ยินเสียงบาก้าครั้งแรกปะบาก้ามีเสียงไหมก่อนเนาะ
What's that ringing? Is it the wind or something?
Varka?
Wait. Barbados?
กว่าค่าเสียงงี้เหรอวะ Grandmaster? Oops, I put in the wrong number. Sorry, Vaka. You're probably busy right now.
Considering I'm surrounded on both sides with a group on my tail looking to turn me into mincemeat, yeah, I'd say so.
Yes. Well, have fun with that. We can talk later some other time.
Alright, pass along my regards. Oh, and I still owe you for those drinks, don't I? Just take it from my stash. I keep it in...
ปิดตัดใจเลยเหรอ
Hey! He was just about to tell us where to find his secret stash!
That seemed like a bit much. Alice ตอบเร็ว Alice.
Hello? Who is this?
Greetings, Miss Alice. It's Venti.
Venti? Nope, it doesn't ring a bell.
You're really gonna tease me like that? Fine, it's Barbados.
Apologies, just a bit of fun. What can I do for you, dear Barbados?
You still remember the tribe blah 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 conference, right? I'm calling on the behalf of a friend. He's asking for a meeting.
Oh? And which brave soul is it this time?
It's me, Aunt Alice. แล้วอลิสคิดดูสภาพถ้าเราเป็นอลิสอะแล้วเขาแบบลูกเพื่อนกูนะ ลูกเพื่อนกูอะไรอย่างเงี้ย Albedo, captain of the Knights of Favonia's investigation team, requests a formal meeting with the Hexen.
What is your wish, dear Albedo?
I want to accomplish something unprecedented.
How unprecedented? Something even your mother Rhine-daughter never accomplished?
In terms of technique, no, but in terms of location and material, yes.
Okay, that makes no sense.
You've piqued my interest. I'll be right there.
Huh? Right, be right where? Here at it.
Hello again, everyone.
I got my hopes up for nothing! Oh, Aunt Alice, I see you returned yourself into a giant dodoco.
Darling, isn't it? It even has its own hat.
Wow, the attention to detail.
Pleasure to see you all again. It's been a while. On behalf of the Hexen Circle, I hereby grant Albedo's request. I'm guessing you still need to prepare? Take your time. Just come find me at the long table when you're ready.
มันเป็นโดโดโคเลยใช่ไหม
Aw, that's nice of you.
I suppose it's just my nature, darling.
Thank you, Aunt Alice. Before we set out, there's someone you need to meet. Head to my office, he's waiting for you there. Huh? Before we set out, there's someone you need to meet. Head to my office, he's waiting for you there. You did so much for us this time, Lord Barbados. I don't even know how to thank you. Don't thank me at all, please. It makes it seems like I'm useless for the rest of the time. You are. You know it's not what I meant, and an Archon has their own calculation. Who am I to question their wisdom? Okay, now you give me too much credit. I admit I'm not the most proactive Archon. You have your own hard work to thank for this result. Oh, and our friends, the Honorary Knight and Paimon, of course. Worries about Albedo's plan? I can't help it. I have full confidence in his ability. It's just an instinctual response. But in the end, if he sets his mind to do something, I know he will succeed. I trust him. That's good to hear. Hey,
have you ever wondered why Albedo always keeps his office closed? Paimon bets there's a secret snack stash hidden around here some...
เขาไม่มาอ้าว
What are you doing here?
มาแค่มินิดูลินเหรอ เอ้าสกาลาบุระพี่เลี้ยงมาอ้าวแล้วมินิดูลินไม่มีเสียง Well, actually, I ติดวิจัยบ้าง I've been kind of helping you guys in secret this whole time. I've been tapping Paimons on the shoulder during the battle, but you float away too fast. You were there? Yeah, I've been in Mossad for a few days now. But I've kept myself out of sight. I thought people might be scared of me.
Oh, don't worry. We aren't scared of you.
Hey, thanks.
So, what brings you here? Oh, is it Windbloom? There are a ton of fun games this time of year.
I did sneak off to the festival for a bit, but even though I couldn't play the games because other people, I still had a lot of fun. But that's not why I'm here. Albedo and I made a promise to accomplish something great together.
What do you mean?
I'm gonna replace the Durin on Dragon's Spine. I'm gonna be the one who is revived and brought into this world.
Wait, didn't that already happen? You left the storybook world, and now you're here.
Sorry, I should be more specific. Huh. Albedo, he said he can use alchemy to turn me into a human? What? สงสัยมีสมนาประวัติศาสตร์อินุสมาฮะ
What?
Human transmutation, so you're Albedo's intended subject. Huh, he's been working on it for a long time.
And that's what you want, Mini Durin? To become human?
I don't know if one is the right word. I don't know if there's a right answer to in a solution like this. Playable mini Durin win. จริง but I do know this. I have just as much of a right to this name. I don't want to lose to the other Durin. I know Albedo talked to me about that. He said that Durin on Dragon's Mind is a lot more aggressive and primitive. Almost like a beast. But Mom created me in a storybook. The pure parts of me can balance out the evil parts in him. If I'm honest, I don't know what that will look like if I can still be me once I become one with that part of him. Maybe without a compelled soul, there was never really a me to begin with. Albedo said these kind of questions are normal. We're all just trying to figure out who we are. I'm afraid, but I'm not afraid of change. I want my life to have a meaning, and suppressing an evil dragon, becoming human both sound pretty meaningful to me. So don't worry, no one is forcing me to make this choice.
Turning you into a human sounds like a huge project. No wonder Albedo wants to get the mage's approval.
Yeah, I'm really grateful to him. We're kind of in the same boat, you know. Albedo told me he's the Credisprint, a synthetic human, and if this works, I'll be one too. We will be the only two of our kind in the whole world. Alchemical creation allowing to live in human form. If all living things are grouped together by species, and there's only one other person like me in this world, I guess that makes us family.
Definitely. You've just gotta trust one another. Actually, while we're on the subject, does your friend Hat Guy know about this?
Hat Guy! Yeah, I told him. I told him I was coming here to fulfill this duty. He didn't try to stop me. Just told me to get a move on then. He didn't say it outright, but I think he supports my decision. Maybe he even thinks it's a good idea to go through with it. I'm a little scared, of course, but excited too. Anyways, I'm really glad I got to talk to you at this time like this. I feel a lot better now, so thanks. สการละมุดแบบมึงไปเหอะชิว I'm feeling a little nervous, but I'm so kind of excited. Okay, same. เริ่มขี้เกียจอ่านแล้ว เฮ้ย Imaginary Theater เหรอ Oh shit คุณจิมี่มันต้องน้ำกับน้ำแข็งเท่านั้นเลยปะหรือซิลารี่ก็ได้ซิลารี่ฟูลีน่าได้ไหมหรือว่ามันไม่ได้เลยได้อ๋อโอเค fine
Welcome, one and all. Please sit wherever you like.
So no unspoken rules to be aware of. I don't want to unwillingly park myself down on something important, lady share. Oh, I got
I highly doubt anyone's going to mind where you sit, Lord Barbados. But thank you for being so considerate.
น่าจะแค่แนะนำให้มีสองธาตุนั้นมั้ง
Jean didn't fancy tagging along.
A lot happened in the city today. If she left, there really would be no one around to lead the nights of
All right,
performance.
never mind. I was just hoping to treat her to some tea. So, tell me, Albedo, what is this outrageous and audacious plan of yours that I've been hearing murmurings about?
I'll get right to the point. I intended to kill the evil Jiru in Dragon's Spine. หางอลิสหน้าฟัดเนาะ And I also would like to request some alchemical reagents from the Hexen.
Which ones? I'm all ears.
First would be the flesh of that immortal monster from the Marjavari.
Interesting. What else?
Other is a portion of the embryo left by my mother granddaughter.
The raw material from which she created her monsters in the past. There's not much of it left. Dragon blood, monster flesh, and embryo. Sounds to me like a formula for creating life.
Correct. Jiru's heart has continued to beat ever since the day he died. That means it's just a matter of time before he eventually returns. It could be centuries away or a millennia, but the day will come. I spent years investigating the dragon's spine, so I'm well aware of the danger he posed. He has already posed a considerable threat to Mondstadt, at least than half of his original strength. There's no telling how dire the consequences could be if he ever regained his full life force. Hence, if we want to be free of the danger posed by his blood and limitless fatality, we must find a way to eliminate Durance entirely. Unfortunately, Durin is a special entity. Even after death, he could reawaken at any moment. So the solution is to kill him and then resurrect him in a different form. Upon resurrection, he will no longer be the creature he once was. In fact, he will no longer be a monster at all, because I intended to transform him into a human-like being. During the summer, Clea and I visited a fairy tale world called Simulanka. It was created by a mage from the Hexen Circles, so I'm sure you know of it.
Of course! It was even the home of one of M's children the other day. Oh, I see.
ขอเตือนนะคะเนื้อเรื่องสุดๆขอบคุณครับสวัสดีครับสวัสดีครับผม It was during that journey that I learned with certainty that Durin would return to life one day. The experience inspired me. I met the pure soul M has created, and I knew if I wanted to change Durin's fate, he could be the key. To that end, I devised an alchemical model for the transmutation. The souls will come from the fairy tale dragons of Simulanka, the blood from the original heart, and the monsters remnants from the Marjorie and the embryo mother left behind will form the flesh. The corrosive nature of the dragon's venom and the highlights vitality of the monsters remain will offset each other, keeping the constructed body in perfect balance. A powerful side effect can be triggered when festering forces of life energy collide. In an alchemical setting, the results are sure to be nothing short of astounding.
The glint in your eye when you talk about these ideas. You really are your mother's child.
Do you see that as a bad thing, Aunt Alice?
Of course not. To me, you're both extraordinary individuals. I find you fascinating. In any case, now I see why you asked Venti for help. The raw materials you seek are extremely valuable. The misuse of even the tiniest amount could cause unimaginable chaos. That said, we're happy to give you what you need. But there is one condition. You need to prove you can wield them. And so, you must pass the Hexenzirkel's trial.
Oh my god. I understand. I figured something like this might happen. That's why I asked Traveler to come along! I can think of no better partner for such a...
So you know our tricks, huh?
Aunt Alice has always loved a spectacle. Any chance to witness friends come together to support one another.
Success means little if you have no one to celebrate it with, no? Although, I'm afraid dear Paimon will have to sit this one out.
What? Why?
The Hexenzirkel trials are no walk in the park, my dear. Besides, I already decided on the structure. There's only room for 2 participants, I'm afraid. No more, no less. You understand, don't you, Paimon? Oh, don't be too angry with your dear aunt.
Okay. You can turn off the charm. Paimon will stay behind.
Thank you for being so understanding. Then, whenever you two are ready, interact with the chessboard on the table.
Then let's make a formal request. We'll go through it. That's okay. You ready?
Then, my dear children, get ready for a taste of the Dodo King's magic.
What the fuck? La toilette! Wow. It's certainly in keeping with Hexenzirkel modality. We've been shrinking down to chest size feet.
Oh, you're so tiny now. Take extra care of yourselves, okay?
What is it? Nothing, it's just Paimon's voice even louder than usual now from this side. He's always so entertaining and lively. Nothing can dance his spirit. Don't worry, he'll be back with her in no time.
You sound pretty confident, Albedo.
And Alice, I didn't realize you'd be personally conducting the
Since
test.
your mother has to recuse herself, who better than I to put your abilities to the test? I have prepared quite a riveting new performance just for you two. See? Defeat them in battle. Prove to me that you have what it takes to achieve your goal. Swashbuckle your way to victory like gallant fairy tale heroes.
Coming to be.
You two! Time to end them!
Every witness my great undertaking.
มันกันไฟเหรอ
Laid back. Running speed. Witness my great undertaking.
This is more like it.
Coming to be. Moment of birth. Moments of birth.
Overruled.
Let's have it!
Feel the same shit happen.
อู้
It had to be this form? A toy really doesn't suit me. Well done, but this isn't over. I will now preside over the second trial. Stare straight ahead, and you will see things as they appear. But change your perspective, and you will see them as they are.
You okay เขินโอ้ยหล่อโอ้ใจเย็นเพื่อนแล้วทำไมเราไปใช้ธาตุเนี้ยเขาปกป้องเราเซียวมองแรงแล้วช็อตเมื่อกี้เหมือนเซียวเวอร์
The trial awaits.
ตัวนี้คืออะไรนะปะ M ปะ M ใช่ไหมสักครู่นะขอรอรีเซ็ตแป๊บ ขอรอรีเซ็ตแป๊บ
Only by turning the world on its head can we see its true colors. So it begs the question, what do you see on the other side of this chessboard? Pawns of true freedom to only take into lives with the step this time. So, in the spirit of granddaughter, I prepared a little surprise for you. No need to thank me, of course. Just a small gesture of kindness from me, Barbara. Some justice to you.
It is time!
Oh, Albedo. You're always so charming and delightful. Ceremony of sanctioned power. Good lord, I'm getting your lines.
Where were we?
Witness my moments of birth.
Lolline, eat Papa. Get him. Fulfill our plan. Teamwork is
The final act is upon us.
เหมือนคัพเปิลแบทเทิลเลยเนาะแล้วอาเบโดแบบ
Yes,
ช่วยชีวิต
very
เรา
well done.
ขอโทษซิลาลี We did it.
Oh, they've grown up so fast. I'm so proud.
Really? Well then, I'll leave you to debrief the others
Barbella.
about today's events.
Huh? You're leaving already?
You did marvelously today. I'm thrilled for both of you. And should you feel the need to gloat profusely to that student of mine so she knows to up her game, be my guest.
Mona!
Lovely tea party. But that'll do me for now. Until next time, my dearies.
You're just going to up and leave? Barbie? You'll have to forgive Barbalov. She's always on the move. And she never says where she's going either. I think she enjoys the mystique. But if I had to guess, she's probably going for a walk. She's a very health-conscious individual. Barbie was satisfied with your victory. And so am I.
เหมือนคัพโพเลยคัพโพช็อตมากอยากเป็นอีเตอร์ว่ะคัพโพช็อตมากอันนี้
You can come back now. Oh, whoops. I need to turn you back to normal first, don't I?
You're finally back! Great job! You made it all look so easy!
Nice to have you back safe and sound. Now time to relax and switch off. You've earned it.
Thank you. Once you rest up, let me know when you're free and we'll head to Dragonspine.
To deal with the Dragon of Dragonspine, right?
Indeed, the sooner we deal with Durin, the better.
Nice to have you back safe and sound.
น่ารักเนอะขอไปฮิวเสาก่อนได้ปะพี่อาจารย์โมนะพี่จำเสียงไม่ได้แล้วแต่ละคนอะเอาจริงๆปะจำเสียงไม่ได้เลย Hexen Circle เนี่ยจำไม่ได้มาก
Yep, this place is as freezing as ever. Paimon's hands are turning to ice.
Want to climb to my hood?
Sure. Is it warm in there?
It should take the edge off. Yeah. Cutscene ปะ We arrived. Sorry, Paimon. I have to get to work now.
Still beating away after all this time.
Leave it to me. You two stay on guard.
May Paimon ask a question?
You may.
Who is Durin to you? Do you think of him as one of your kind?
From an alchemist perspective, we're both artificial creation, but biologically speaking, we have no relation whatsoever. So to say we're kin would be incorrect.
Sounds like you prefer humans to dragons then.
It's not much of a matter of preference. Rather, as things stand, I would say I belong to the class of human, albeit a unique category therefore, but then again, most forms of life in this world possess some unique traits. I am perhaps the most unique among humans, in that I'm the only one of my kind, but soon there will be another just like me, assuming the alchemical project proves successful. ก็ไปถามตอนเขาทำงานเนาะใช่ไหม I believe Mini Durin already told you of his intent to replace the Durin of Dragonspine. After my conversation with him, he also expressed a strong interest in becoming human. It's a fascinating prospect, not to mention an extremely challenging one, but I understand why he came to that decision. Well, understood in the broad sense, the project deals with both the past and future, and stand in the profound impact many lives that primarily is what makes it worthwhile. Helping Mini Durin become who he wants to be in a secondary consideration, there is still a meaningful one. But by contrast, my professional motives are nothing so grand and meaningful. I'm just pursuing something I believe in. In my view, to cultivate life which the world cannot generate endlessly is to cultivate the world itself. Whenever aids life is attaining a greater level of perfection, improves the world by doing so. It's not a question of whether this ought to be done or not. Oh, โทษ มือชนไหม Whether I wish to, the alchemical enterprise is concerned with deciphering and comprehending all forms of knowledge. This is the path I walk. Of course, that's not to say that this is just a science experiment to me. Anything that affects Mondstadt, I approach first and foremost as a member of the Knights of Livonius. Does this answer your question, satisfactory? Enough, thank you. Finished.
Looks like a golden energy has encased the dragon's heart.
The whole heart would be too big. I don't need that much. It's that I just remove the core. The rest will soon lose its vitality completely. Jiren's body should finally die.
Wait, but in that case, what's gonna happen to the fake Hertha? And what about the people who fell under...
The knights will keep an eye on them, but as far as I'm concerned, eliminating the Jiren's influence on the citizenry and creating a new Jiren through alchemy, are one and the same thing. Oh, hi. With this heart, I'll be able to complete the alchemical array and deal with all the issues in one go.เดี๋ยวนะ ถ้าเราเอานี้ออกไปแล้วอ่ะ เราทำมันนี้ได้อีกปะ เราทำมันนี้ได้อีกปะ งงแป๊บ มันจะเกิดเรื่องอะไรที่มอสแตร์หรือเปล่า Let's call it a day here. Thank you for accompanying.
Pleasure. We sure learned a lot. Oh yeah, the festival! Wonder who the Windbloom Star is gonna be this time. Well, we've been too busy dealing with this situation the entire time. Who else would be free to work during the Windbloom Fest?
I'm sure we'll find out on the day of. Wait 2 days later. Okay. ไม่น่าเป็นไรมั้งครับเพราะก็ไม่น่ามีใครใช้นั่นน่ะดิแล้วมันเอาไปใช้ทำอะไรนะตอนแรกอะมันเอาไปใช้ทำอะไรนะจำไม่ได้แล้วง่วงนอนเวอร์มัน2 ชั่วโมงกี่โมงคุณจิมมี่
The Windbloom Festival is about to begin. Let's go check it out.
ผมสปีดรันโอเคอาวุธต่อไม่ได้แล้วอ๋อกดบีหาวแล้วหาวอีกมั้งหาวมากหาวแล้วหาวอีกเลยคือกดโฟกัสหมดแล้วมันก็น่าจะแบบว่าให้จนสุดว้ายโทษเห็นนะผมจะหลับพี่ก็จะหลับแล้วเหมือนกันมันนานเหลือเกินอะ As you all know, during the Windbloom Festival, the people of Mondstadt have banded together to defeat several waves of monsters that try to invade our city. Accordingly, we would like to award the title of Windbloom Star to someone who made an outstanding contribution to the defense operation. This is someone who may not look like a strong warrior, but whose keen insight played a vital role in gaining control over the conflict. His word and song has always Venti?
Wow! Amazing!
Venti!
Huh? No way. You're gonna really pick me?อ๋ออันนี้สินะ I heard it exercise the prayer for formation.แล้วทำตอนที่เขาแบบทำวินบลูมกันอะนะ And he puts earth, flowing water, refined fire, terrifying wind. Traverse the 18 worldly and 20 passage. Emerge soul, enter the mortal realm. Elevate festering flesh into scattered blood and bones. O sages, witness my grand endeavor. How was I? Not bad, right? No, no, give up. No, no, give up. เดี๋ยวนะ
Albedo, how did everything go?
เดี๋ยวในเงาอ่ะในเงาที่โฮโยโชมีคนนี้ปะวันนี้ลงตีไหนครับมันจบเมื่อไหร่อ่ะแก้ผ้าใช้ประเด็นด้วยนะเอาไม่มีเงาออกครบแล้วไม่มีนะเอาเซ็งว่ะแม่งเอ้ย Very smooth. I'd say we achieved our goal.
Really? So Mini Durin looks like a human now?
Correct. However, his newly formed body is still stabilizing. We should give him some time. น่าจะต้องรอโหใช่ I graciously accept the compliment. It's rather remarkable what we've accomplished.
So, how do you feel right now?
Quite good. I did what I set out to do and achieve a personal goal. I think even she would have made a rare facial expression has she seen it.
She?
Are my master and mother gold granddaughter. สุวาก้าต่อเห็นเราว่าหัวทองสรุปหน้าตาเหมือนอีเตอร์ตูม I had a theory สรุปหน้าตาเหมือนเดนซิลิต I had a theory thought about what she said and in time I was able to corroborate it. Sure enough, finding the truth of this word basically stood for getting alive. That might be easy for most people, but for someone like me, it meant doing a lot of learning about a lot of things. I had to find out about myself and the world around me, getting to know me and get to know other places. Life is the space that exists between me and the world. To truly become human, I had to inhabit that space. So for an artificial human, finding a life is in some ease equivalent to finding the truth of the world.
So that's what she meant, huh? Well, no wonder those monsters wanted to infiltrate the city and
Ether
replace you.
version
They wanted your
man
life for
not boy แต่ ดูเหมือนจะเป็นโมเดลตัวประมาณอาเบโดนะ Being alive is just existing, but having a life is what makes you truly human. I think that's the message she wanted to get across to me. So I have found this whole series of events has given me new inspiration. Becoming human is only the beginning. What follows in the choice of human has to make its life and well as the kinds of family bonds that we form. Most people would probably see the events of the last few days as something out of a nightmare, but for me it's just part of my life. I fear that the carefree existence my brother has enjoyed this far will now come to an end. Just like me, he will have to step into the world and face the same constraint as everyone else.
You've got an unusual family, that's for sure.
Well, I suppose you get it from our mother. She's very highly unusual. There are all kinds of families in this world. Some base off their life around family stores, others around farms. In my family, I suppose we tend to the flower beds, and now I'm a gardener too. As long as you feel like you gained something from the experience. Master never showed her face, but if the Hexen circles know what I've done, that means she knows all well and gave her approval. Since if devouring Nibiris, it would seem she has finally found a modicum of peace. And if so, then I am truly happy for her. She didn't always have a penchant for madness, you know.
Devouring Nibarius? What's Nibarius?
It's the name of the rule of life. Huh?
What?
Soแม่อัลเบโดแดก Ruler of Life Nibirius เข้าไป Aimalice told me about it not too long ago, but it came as no surprise. I knew Master would do it sooner or later. And as for the Ruler of Life, all I truly know is this: Nibirius is gone now. Instead, because of Master's action, she and Nibirius are one now. In any case, thank you so much for your help during this ordeal and for choosing to stand by my side through it all.
Of course. That's what friends are
อ
for.
ร่อยเลยyeah. Hearing you say that means more than I can say. I'll make sure to pass along the sentiments when I report back to Master Jin.
Oh, so you're heading back to headquarters? Well, good luck with the report.
Thank you. I'll get going.
Wow, this Windbloom Festival turned out to be a special one. It feels like we really made a difference.
แล้วไหนมอนเสร็จประตูเมืองไฟไหม้อะไรอย่างเงี้ยนะ
Oh, Paimon almost forgot. If the Windbloom star has already been chosen, what is this year's Windbloom gonna be?
Wanna take a guess?
Venti, you're back.
Well, I couldn't keep my two dear friends in the dark about this yet. กูว่าแล้วซิซิเลียค่ะ The true feelings of the prodigal son, a sentiment sweet and warm as a gentle spring breeze, perfect for the reasons of season. Hello, give me your hand. The mage are very pleased that you and Albedo managed to pass that trial. Albedo received the materials he sought, so you deserve something in return as well. สงสัยเป็นเหมือนตอนต้นไม้ฮะ It's so glad you have this. It contains something entirely one of a kind, a secret of sorts. When the time is right, it will reveal itself to you, so no need to open it right away.
Wow! A gift and a mystery all in one! The mages sure love their secrets, huh?
According to the Senda, you are probably the only person who can make use of something like this, so I thought it belongs to you. And, well, all I did earlier, was deliver it. Although I did go to the great lengths during the whole ordeal, I suppose a reward for my efforts wouldn't be.
You've helped a lot, Venti. How about we treat you to a drink?
Huh? Really? I'll hold you on that, you know, not going around your words.
Dad! Let's go to the tavern right now!
Music to my ears. I'm so happy I could fly. It's like a festival was made for me or something. When no love remains from the song to tell, the world becomes naught but an empty shell.นี่เขาบอกเอามาใส่ใน PV แต่ไม่มีในเรื่องจริงๆเอาเซ็งก็น่าจะเป็นตอนวันแซดโดนตีแหละเราอดเห็นมินิดูลินค่ะเราอดเห็นมินิดูลินนะแล้วมันขึ้นได้อยู่ไหมชั้น2หมดแล้วอะตอนนี้จะเรียกว่ามินิดูลินได้อยู่ไหมมันต้องเรียกว่าดูลินแล้วล่ะเพราะว่ามันไม่มีดูลินแล้วมันมีแล้วก็ไม่มีมินิดูลินแล้วทั้งคู่คือดูลินจบแล้วมันไม่มีเสียงพากย์ก็แอบเซ็งนิดหน่อยอยากให้มันมีเสียงพากย์อะก็แอบเสียใจที่มันไม่มีเสียงพากย์ให้
This realm.เฮ้ยโทษ
ยังไงฝันดีนะคะ ผมไม่ไหวแล้วได้เลยเมื่อกี้พี่ก็หลับเหมือนกันไปนอนกันดีกว่าทุกคน
If you ever
ไปนอนกันดีกว่าก่อนไปสัก5 ลูก
Transfixed.
โอเคค่ะ ก็หมดนะประมาณนี้ของวันนี้ ก็เป็นเนื้อเรื่องที่สนุกเลย เป็นเนื้อเรื่องเกนชินที่สนุก แล้วก็ดีใจที่ได้เล่นเควสนี้เป็นภาษาอังกฤษเอาจริงๆเพราะถ้าเป็นภาษาอื่นคงไม่แฮปปี้ขนาดนี้ก็ราตรีก็ราตรีสวัสดิ์นะคะผมได้ราตรีสวัสดิ์ครับบ๊ายบาย